When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Caldwell, Ohio and the Noble County Fair. Don Tiger and Steve Taylor here on behalf of the OHHA, bringing you 7 exciting races from Caldwell, Ohio today. Just an absolutely gorgeous day from the man upstairs that blessed us with this day. We've got 76 degrees, partly sunny, slight breeze. It's actually even what I would call a little cool. We'll see how the day goes over here. Great grandstand they have here, undercover here, so we're under the elements. We've had some bad weather over here in the past couple years with a lot of rain, and this place does not take some rain. As you can see with just a look on the track, this is a track where when it does get any type of moisture, very much of a clay dirt kind of track, you'll see a lot of dust and stuff today. These horses, it sops up the water, and usually we can't participate. We've been washed out here before, but not today. We are not going to be washed out. We're looking for absolutely gorgeous weather. We've got a nice crowd today. We've got probably 100 people, 125 people already in the grandstand. The local Caldwell people do definitely support this fair. It's a great place to be and a nice place to have racing. We've got some exciting racing, some good feature horses in today too. Horses on some solid win streaks. Horses that will be looking to make an impact in the fair final. Obviously the Wokenberg starting gate. We'll be starting our races today. Ken Terpinning is our track announcer. He's been here for years. He does a great job. They used to play football out here, and I think over the last couple of years that's changed. I've talked to one of the locals on the way down. It used to be the field of the Caldwell Redskins. Well, I think they're playing somewhere else now. They're no longer here participating, but it's a cool little place to be. Every fair is different. This one's right off 77, so if you're coming down tomorrow night or you're still on your way here tonight, very easy track to get to. Basically, get right off the highway. You make a left-hand turn. It takes you right into the fairgrounds. And we could see some track records today. I mean, it's a pretty fast surface, and we've got some nice animals. The all-age pacing track record taken in 202 on 2023 is 156-2 by Hillbilly Payson Hill. His brother, Hillbilly Fairy Tale, will be in tomorrow in the free-for-all. He might give that a run. You never know. We'll see. On the diagonal gated side, Father Time and Uncle Leroy, 2 minutes flat. No trotter has trotted a sub 2-minute mile here. We might see that in the next 2 days as well. But pretty good surface, some fair races. Judges are here. Everybody's here. We've got a great crowd, good betting, and we're happy to bring you this card. As always, you can get our programs at harnessracingohio.com. OhioHarnessRacing.com, I believe. I'm sorry I said that the wrong way. You can always get our programs right before post. And here are your changes today. We don't have any scratches right now, but we do have some driver changes. We'll bring them to you here. We're expecting a post parade shortly. We only have about 1 horse scoring down on the track, which means we'll be running on time here pretty quickly. Race number 1 on the 4-horse, Bella Sue. Make the driver, David Young II. David Young II will pick up the mount on the 4, Bella Sue, in race number 1. Turn to race number 2. The 2-horse, Hurricane Hadley. Make the driver, Christian Myers. Christian Myers will drive the 2, Hurricane Hadley, in race number 2. Race number 3, number 5, My Next Chapter, will now be driven by Drew Neal. Drew Neal will have the driving assignment on number 5, My Next Chapter. Race 4 is clear. Race number 5. On the 2, Broomsticks. Make the driver Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith will drive the 2 Broomsticks in race number 5. Race number 6 is clear. And finally, the getaway feature today, race number 7, the 2-horse 80 plus 8. Make the driver Brady Clemens. Brady Clemens will be driving the 2-horse 80 plus 8. And that is all the driver changes I have for you at this time. Nice compact field, race car to 7 today. We're bringing you 10 tomorrow here. And from the looks of the crowd, looks like we should have 2 great days of racing. If you are on track, the wagering windows are right behind the grandstand. So very easy to find as far as that goes to make your wagers. Again, we just have a gorgeous day over here. Sunny, perfect temperatures, 76 degrees, light breeze. We've even got people, I think this is the sign, the end of summer. We've got jeans and long sleeve shirts on, and I mean, it's just a very comfortable day over here, mid 76 degrees and partly sunny. Just a beautiful day the Lord's blessed us with. Again, you can follow along with our programs, harnessracingohio.com, harnessracingohio.com. We have our programs up about 30 minutes prior to post. And tomorrow, this is the first of 2 days, we will be back here for the second day of our meet. Same post time tomorrow. We go at 6 p.m. We've got 10 exciting races for you tomorrow. So a couple more on tap for then. Did meet a local guy that was betting up at the wagering windows. He bet a trifecta in race number 1. We've already got $65 in the win pool here, so people are spreading some money around. People are betting some horses, which is nice to see. This is a great place to be. Again, one of my favorite fairs, easy to get to right off the highway, and the people are just super nice over here in Caldwell. Again, the only change in race number 1 right now from your programs is Bella Sue will now be driven by David Young II. David Young II will be driving the 4-horse Bella Sue in race number 1. We have no horses on the track right now, so I expect that we will see some here shortly. We've got this, as I say at every one of our fairs, we've got a different group of folks and different group of atmosphere. A lot of places we see lawn ornaments, which I like to say could be phone or cars parked, Ferris wheels. None of that is here. We don't have any Ferris wheels and really no cars parked in the infield. We do have a couple vehicles that are out there from workers' vehicles. And they're calling the horses to the track for race number 1. So we're going to have horses very shortly on the racetrack. The tote board currently shows 1 minute to post here. Current betting favorite is the 1-horse Supreme Dance. Rosie Weaver trains and drives. Drew Neal has the line. This one's on quite a roll. 5-race winning streak. Was 0 for 6 to begin the career, and since then has strung 5 straight together. Looks to make it 6 for 6 and does draw the coveted rail. First of 2 divisions, going for $6,700. We'll see that horse when it comes with. That's your current favorite. The ambulance is here. Everything's done. Track announcer Ken said we're all ready for action, so it shouldn't be long, and we should see horses coming on the track. The barn's down at the far end of the grandstand on the opposite side. Our barns are straight across and down on the corner, so you'll see most of the horses come onto the track from the backside. And neat little place to be. We do have a baseball field in the infield, a former football field that used to be used. I believe they probably have a soccer field on the other side. I see some stuff over there for that too. And then the very top of the stretch over the hill slightly, there's a pool up there. So some neat stuff that they have around here. A lot of land here, nice place to be. And great crowd. We continue to get more people to trek in. We've probably got now a good, I'd say 130 people here in the grandstands. But nice day of weather, 7 action-packed races here, and we'll be bringing them here very shortly. We've got $67 in the win pool right now. The 1-horse has even drifted down to 2 to 5. If you're just joining us, we're a slight delay, not long here. We'll be going to the post here, I would say, in the next 2 to 5 minutes. They're waiting on the ambulance. The ambulance did arrive. I see him in the backdrop there. So we're all ready. All systems go. Judges here, track announcers here. Myself and Steve are here. We're all set up, and we're ready for action. So it won't be long, and we'll be bringing you 7 exciting races today, 10 tomorrow. So if you are in the listening audience today and you're thinking, wow, what am I looking to do tomorrow night? I believe we're the only game in town tomorrow night. We're at Mount Gilead in the afternoon, 11 a.m. post, but I think 6 p.m. tomorrow we might be the only game in town. But if you are in southeastern Ohio, anywhere now, in Marietta, Cambridge, Zanesville, and you're looking to see some live harness racing action, come on down and join us. Passports here. If you have your passport and you're local on track, come by. I'll initial your passport and make sure you continue to get some swag by the end of the year. The most stamps, initials that you have at the end of the year, Sir Frank is giving away something, some kind of swag. So we've got a couple horses on the racetrack now. We're waiting for 3 more horses, but we do have 2, and then we'll bring you a post parade. Then we'll go through the horses briefly and probably send them to the gate. $89 now in the win pool. The 1 horse, 2 to 5. Supreme Dancer at 2 to 5, and deservedly so. Second choice in the wagering is the 5 horse, Dublin's Louise, who this one's been pretty solid in her own right. 7 of 7 on the board, 2 wins, 3 seconds, 2 thirds. Second last time out at Woodsfield. Prior to that was a winner at Rock Springs. So we got 3 horses on the track. We're just looking for the 1 horse. And I believe the 2 maybe. No, 2 could be. No, 2's on the track. It looks like we're needing the 1 and the 4. Driver change on the 4 horse 2. Bella Sue make the driver. David Young the second. David Young the second will be driving the 4 horse. Bella Sue in race number 1. Money continues to pour in on Supreme Dance. This horse was 1 to 2, went 2 to 5. Now 1 to 5, as we've got $109 in the win pool right now. And the majority of that, $80+ is on Supreme Dance. Track announcer Ken's trying to round up some folks here to get all 5 contestants out on the track. We've got 3 out there now, still waiting for the other 2. 7 today, 10 tomorrow. No scratches either. We do got some driver changes, but no scratches, so great day of that. Locals really seem to like their harness racing. They have green programs, and we've got a ton of people with their hand of green programs out, so you can obviously see people are here. I was also told by one of the locals there's a place right across the street called Lori's, place to go eat. So we might partake in some food at the end of the card and head over there to Lori's, see what some local fare tastes like. We do have all horses, I believe, on the track now. Maybe the 4 horse. No, we're still waiting on the 4 horse. I do not see David Young the second. We're still waiting for David Young the second to get it. Oh, yeah, maybe. Nope, he's not out there yet. So the only horse we're missing right now is the 4. And the 4 is now making her way, I should say, onto the racetrack. Day 1 of day 2, 7 today, 10 tomorrow. Beautiful weather projected both days. Got some blankets to give away. Hog Hollow Barbecue sponsoring race number 1 here. Got all horses on the track. We're just waiting for a post parade, and we will be ready to rock and roll. 2-year-old filly racer, or 2-year-old filly trotters, obviously unpredictable, but a couple of these have really rounded into some nice form. Bella Sue, 4 starts. Macy's Magic Mojo, 5 starts. Final Vape, 6 starts. Dublin's Louise, 7 starts. And Supreme Dance, our favorite, be making her 12th start today. She's already made 11 starts and already banked $22,000. We do have daily doubles on race 1 and 6. Our first 2 and our last 2. We got perfectas and trifectas. All races on the card today here. So got some good racing. They're assembling on the turn now, and it'll be moments before we have the post parade here for you with all the horses. The blankets have been straightened out in the infield, and here is your post parade for race number 1.
First race, 2-year-old filly, Trotters. First is $6,700 going posted here on the track. Number 1 is Supreme Dance, owned by Rosie Weaver, who does the training. Drew Neal is in the sulky. Number 2, Final Vape, owned by Wadaker Racing. Eric Nesselrode trains. Brady Clemens gets the call. Number 3, Macy's Magic Mojo, owned, trained, and driven by Vicky Fry. The 4 is Bella Sue, owned and trained by David Miller. David Young II in the sulky. And rounding out the field is the 5, Dublin's Louise, owned by Richard Owings. Earl Owings trains. Alex Hawk is in the sulky.
And here's your field of 5. Supreme Dance, Rosie Weaver trains and owns. Drew Neal has the lines of Supreme Dance. This 2-year-old filly by full count, 5 of 11 in the winner's circle, 9 of 11 on the board, $22,000. Top earner in the field, went off 1-2 last time out, 2-5 prior to that. Has been the favorite every single pari-mutuel start on the program. I don't see that changing today. Current your favorite, and obviously the horse to beat. 2-horse Final Vape. Eric Nesselrode trains for Wadaker Racing. Brady Clemens has the lines today. 6 starts, 1 win, 2 seconds, 3/3. That's 6 of 6 on the board. Finished second last time out after making a miscue, and finished third last time out from making a miscue. Go 3 back to Athens, minded her manners that day, and scored very impressively by 2.5 lengths. Looks to use the inside post to her advantage, and one of the main threats to Supreme Dance. 3-horse Macy's Magic Mojo. Vicky Fry owns, trains, and drives. Vicky had this one on a good run up until Zanesville. This horse was 3 for 3, 3 starts, 3/3. Since then has made 2 skips at the gate and finished 7th and 6th. Those were in one heat big purses, so this one will get a check regardless in here. Will finish at least 5th. If Minds or Manners, certainly is going to get some minor rewards here and get a chance to hit the trifecta. 4, Bella Sue. David H. Miller owns and trains. Lines get turned over today to David Young II. David Young II will be the driver of the 4, Bella Sue. This horse is 0 for 4 on the season and hasn't hit the board yet. Skipped 2 back. Prior to that, 2 second-tier starts. So this one will have her nose on the starting gate. Look to go a little bit forward here. This long-time daughter individually chimed 2-12 and 1 last time out at Woodsfield. And rounding out the field, starting 5 across here, which we do. We start 5 across, the 6 and the 7 will trail from the second tier. 5 horses, Dublin's Louise. Earl Owings trains for Richard Owings. Alex Hawk is the driver today. Another horse, 7 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, 2/3. This horse has not missed the board, 7 of 7 on the board. Good second last time out at Woodsfield. Prior to that was a winner at Rock Springs by 5. This one likes to leave the starting gate too, so right off the get-go we should have 2 horses laying it down. Both the 1 Supreme Dance and Dublin's Louise should both look to go forward, and we'll see how that shakes out. We'll send it up to track announcer Ken Terpinning for the call of race number 1.
Off stride behind the car was the 2, Final Vape. They're off. From the inside, Supreme Dance tries for the lead. Center of the track, Dublin's Louise. We come back into third to Bella Sue. In fourth is Macy's Magic Mojo, and still off stride at the back is Final Vape. As they motor through that first turn and head to the back stretch, Drew Neal and Supreme Dance showing the way by a length. Second is Dublin's Louise, and we come back into third. That is Bella Sue. Moving to the outside from fourth, here comes Vicky Fry and Macy's Magic Mojo. That one's now third and moving up. And about a football field back to a Final Vape who could see them all. As they go by that opening quarter station, it's Supreme Dance with the lead. Quarter was up in 32 and 2. Back at second is Dublin's Louise. Moving back out on the outside is Macy's Magic Mojo. That one's now second and coming on and coming at the leader, Supreme Dance. As they straighten up in front of the grandstands the first time. Supreme Dance still on the lead on the outside, Macy's Magic Mojo. Back at third, Dublin's Louise. As they pass that half-mile marker, in fourth is Bella Sue. Still a large gap back to Final Vape, who trails 104 and 2. 32 second panel for Supreme Dance and Drew Neal. On the outside, still pestering away, is Macy's Magic Mojo. That one is second. Third to the inside, Dublin's Louise. About 8 lengths, so make it 10. Back to Bella Sue in fourth. And still now back off stride at the back of the pack is Final Vape. As they motor past 3/4, it's Supreme Dance and Macy's Magic Mojo. They're in a tussle up front. Looking on is Dublin's Louise. 3/4 on the board and 136 flat. Macy's Magic Mojo on the outside, pokes a nose in front. Supreme Dance battling back on the inside. Now shifting to the outside for some racing room. Here comes Dublin's Louise. That one's 3 wide and winging. As they come down the Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Supreme Dance, Macy's Magic Mojo, Dublin's Louise, it is Supreme Dance to go coast to coast here. Tight on the line for second between Macy's Magic Mojo and Dublin's Louise, 207 and 4.
Fireworks right off the get-go here at the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. What a race from Macy's Magic Mojo and Vicky Fry. Extremely proud of the effort that horse put forward today. This horse was pretty much parked from the quarter pole on and kept coming, kept fighting. Vicky did a great job keeping this one going, and I believe did unofficially still hold second. Supreme Dance, though, seized the racetrack right out of the get-go. Seated Dublin's Louise. They sat 1-5, and basically Drew Neal kept Macy's Magic Mojo away. And 135 unofficial. That is what the judges have already posted. So 1-9. Supreme Dance didn't fool the locals here. $119 in the win pool. Ended up with all the money on her nose. And she did make it successful, but not without some trepidations because there was 3 horses across the track. Dublin's Louise did give it a valiant effort, and Macy's Magic Mojo stayed on very gamely. All 3 horses right there at the wire. A length separated all of them. 1-3-5. Unofficial. Exciting race number 1.
We need a medic to 3/4 ball, please. First down, driver down, please. We need a medic, please. Medic. Ambulance driver, please come to the 3/4 ball. On the back stretch, 3/4 ball, please.
Turning back trackside for the unofficial victory and the blanket presentation is the one Supreme Dance. 2-year-old Bay filly by full count out of the Like a Prayer mare Supreme Day. Owned and trained by Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio. Drew Neal with the victory here as the driver. 6th victory in a row for Supreme Dance. Taking the mile today in 207 and 4.
There you have it. Race 1 is official. 135 Supreme Dance in the winner's circle. We've got an unfortunate incident that transpired after the race. It looks like the 3-horse Macy's Magic Mojo had equipment issue, something, and fell on the backside. Is currently down on the track, so we're getting medical attention from both the local ambulance and some horsemen. there will be a slight delay. So official order of finish again, 135, 220 to win, 240 to place, 210 to show. Trifecta paid 1 all, Exacta paid 1 all. So both of those tickets are good if you had anything in the second spot. So we're going to step away. We'll be back to you in the Noble County Fair after these brief messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
They're often racing in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. Catch the excitement of Ohio harness racing at one of the county fairs in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. For over 150 years, people have gathered at county fairs to cheer on their favorite racehorses. Keep the tradition alive. Visit one of the 10 fairs in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit this summer. Horses, racing, and winning. It's the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. 10 great fairs in southeastern Ohio.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Welcome back to the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. We have one race in the books. We still got 6 to bring you, but we're going to have a slight delay. Unfortunately, like all sporting events, there is injuries and things that do occur, and we had an injury post-race 1. The 3-horse Macy's Magic Mojo fell on the backside and still getting medical attention, I'm assuming, to the horse and driver, Vicky Fry. Not sure what exactly transpired. To be honest, I did not see it. But we will have a delay for our second race here, as all horses have been told to stay off the track until this gets all taken care of. Brad Conrad, our photographer, is here today. I always love to see Brad. Brad covers the fair circuits as well, as he's the regular photographer for the southwestern, I guess, middle of the state, Columbus, Dayton, Scioto Downs, Miami Valley circuit that he covers, but he is one of the top guys in the industry, and there's a shout out to him. He does an amazing job with his photography work. He's done some work for me personally, too, that I can mention that is just amazing. We're blessed to have him. But he's here today taking photos, so if anybody does want photos of certain horses, could always reach out to Brad. He has some Winter Circle photos here. Richard Miller is here today. Richard Miller is what I would call our OHH fanfare guy. He comes to just about every single fair, and when I see him, he makes sure he stops and sees me. Think he pretty much, he has to either be retired or something because he goes to every fair, and sometimes when we have double headers, he'll cover 2 cards in the same day. I wouldn't even be surprised if he was at Mount Gilead today. Yep, so Steven said he was there today at Mount Gilead. I think Frank's got to do something special just for Richard. We might even have to have a Richard Miller Award. You know, like if you go to 60 county fairs or 80 county fairs or something, like we got to get a trophy or something for the guy, you know. Then maybe that's something, Frank, we can do for next year. We can make a special award like for anyone that attends so many fairs, not just the most of them to get swag from you, but someone that's literally handling that many fairs. That might be something extremely positive to do. Quick look at the tote board here for race number 2. We do have one change here, too. The 2-horse Hurricane Hadley will be driven by Christian Myers. Christian Myers will drive the 2 Hurricane Hadley. And for anybody that was on track in race number 1, we had no winning exacta and no winning trifecta tickets. So if you did have won anything for the exacta or the trifecta, you did cash. And we had a local guy here that I met when I was just coming in on the air. He had bet the trifecta, and I told him that he had won, and he was pretty excited to know that he had won 5-2 in race number 1 and won all paid, so he did get his money back. He'll get to bet another race here and support Ohio Racing. But a quick look at the tote board. The 1-horse, Camden. Austin Hanners, if he is over here to drive, this horse is 1-2, so obviously driving for Mom. Alicia Hanners for Hanners Racing. He is here today. If he is here today, this one is well meant at 1-2. Current second choice, Burning Spirit, Brett Schwartz trains. Dylan Fagan has lines. This horse was a winner last time out at Lima. So we're still easily a good 5 to 10 minute delay here. We're going to step away. We're going to let you see our newsletter real quick while we have some downtime. We're going to give you a little update on Ohio harness racing. And here it is. We'll be right back after this.
This is Ohio Harness Update, a look at harness racing across the Buckeye State. Ohio Harness Update is brought to you by Matt Franklin, Wealth Advisor at Wire to Wire Wealth.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the latest edition of Ohio Harness Update. I'm Ashley Daly. We just celebrated the first day of summer last Friday, and you know what that means. Summer is stake season. In this episode of Ohio Harness Update, we're going to take a look at the OSS, BSS, and fair racing action. Also, we'll take a step back and see what OHHA Outreach has been up to. But first, let's start with some Grand Circuit action.
Northfield Park staple Ronnie Wren Jr. drove Blueprint to win the 42nd $1 million Pepsi North America Cup at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The Ron Burke trainee posted the fastest 3/4 in Cup history at 1:19.1 and edged 53-1 long shot Madden Oaks by a head in a thrilling finish, winning in a stakes and track record 147-1.
The inside, and Blueprint trying to fend him off. A couple of Cup rookies battling it out right down to the wire. Inside is Madden Oaks. Blueprint comes back to win it. It's Blueprint.
Grand Circuit action continued with a $200,000 Battle of Lake Erie at MGM Northfield Park. Brett Miller drove Ken Hanover to victory in a dual world and track record 148-3 for trainer Roland Maller.
Popping out of the pocket, and the local hero dunking up the inside, but it's Ken Hanover and Brett Miller for a 4th victory in the battle.
The victory marked Miller's 4th career battle win, tying him with Matt Haley for most all time.
All right, here in a ecstatic winner's circle, joined by trainer Roland Maller and driver Brett Miller. Roland, it's the first horse you've ever started at Northfield. I'd say maybe we should send a few more.
Yeah, we'll try to come back maybe next year.
Absolutely. Now, Roland, this horse, very good 3-year-old, won a heat of the jug. Last year at 4, didn't race, but maybe a dozen times. Obviously had some physical problems. Boy, he's come back here at 5, raging.
Yeah, he's come back really good. And knock on wood, hopefully the issues he had last year are behind him and we can continue on.
And, you've kind of stayed in the overnight classes till tonight. This horse looks like he's ready for top open company, obviously.
I believe he is. That's a really good bunch of horses that were in there tonight, and you got to be on your game to get on the gravy.
By far the fastest mile we've had since the track was redone. Brett Miller with his 4th Battle of Lake Erie win. I believe that ties with Kaylee as the top. Brett, just a great performance by this horse.
Yeah. I talked to my cousin David before the race, and talked to Roland before the race, and just talking to those two guys, they give me a lot of confidence. And when we got away in the 2-hole, I was feeling pretty good.
Getting David off of there is like taking the donut off the bat, isn't it?
We don't want to say too much. He's win about 10,000 more races than me.
So which Miller do you go with next start?
We'll flip a coin, I guess.
I go Del S. Del S for the next start. Hey, congratulations to the connections. Ken Hanover, 148-3 track record in tonight's Battle of Lake Erie.
The 5-year-old son of Captain Treacherous has 16 wins and over $800,000 in career earnings. That same night, Do It Like Bobby won the $75,000 Buckeye Distaff by nearly 6 lengths with driver Dan Noble.
No fooling April's off the rail, but as they turn for home, this is a powerhouse performance. A dazzler from Do It Like Bobby. Much the best. She wins by 6 in the end.
Do It Like Bobby is trained by Christy Noble. The 6-year-old mare by Down by the Seaside boasts 28 lifetime wins with over $515,000 in earnings. The action continued at Northfield Park with a second leg of the Ohio Sire Stakes for sophomores. 6 horses remained undefeated throughout 2 legs. Virgil Morgan Jr. trainees Odds On Chesapeake and Odds On Hialeah are both 2 for 2 in the division for 3-year-old filly pacers. Dan Noble drove Odds On Chesapeake to victory in leg 2. The winning time of 150 was just 2/5 off both world and track records for 3-year-old filly pacers.
Skywalker C was valiant, but she's second to Odds On Chesapeake, who's 3 for 3.
Odds On County Fair to collect stickers for every race card you attend. For a complete fair schedule, visit harnessracingohio.com. If you can't catch the action in person, be sure to check out OHHA's live stream coverage on our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as Harness Racing Ohio. When we return, we'll take a look at what the OHHA team has been doing to support harness racing in the Buckeye State.
With over 30 years of experience in wealth planning and a lifetime of involvement in harness racing, Matt Franklin at Wire to Wire Wealth can help you build a financial plan that addresses the unique circumstances of those involved in the horse racing industry. Whether you are investing to build wealth, protect your family, or preserve your assets, Matt at Wire to Wire Wealth will work with you through the wealth planning process from start to finish.
After a successful event at Scioto Downs, the OHHA hosted its second Caretaker Appreciation Night at Northfield Park. Caretakers were treated to free food and swag as a token of appreciation for their hard work. The OHHA outreach team also hosted a day of the Ohio Farm Bureau's Explore Ag Camp to give high school age students a behind-the-scenes look at harness racing.
So today is one of the full-on sponsors day by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. They are generous enough to partner with us during our Explore Ag program, where we get to see the entire world of the harness horsemen's racing realm. Many folks in Ohio are not familiar with this industry and how popular it is across the state of Ohio, so they give us a chance to see from start to finish what this looks like, whether it's working with the riders, the drivers, the groomers, all the way up to getting to see one of the races in action later this evening.
The activities began at Winter Circle Training Center, where students met with trainers and grooms while getting hands-on experience in horse care and learning more about the harness racing industry.
So I want to be a veterinarian, specifically large animal, and if I had to specialize, I would be an equine ophthalmologist.
Welcome back to the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. Apologies for the brief delay there. Here we were running one of our OHHA newsletters to fill some time. We did start racing here too in race number 1. Unfortunately, we had an accident post-race that involved the 3-horse Macy's Magic Mojo, and that horse and connections needed some medical attention, which was given, and we had to have the ambulance over there. So it took us a little bit to get the track cleared off. We're now cleared off. We're starting to get horses back onto the track for race number 2. So if you're just joining us, you didn't miss much. You only missed race number 1, which was won by the Supreme Dance 135 official order of finish here. We're into race 2, and our delay only appears to be momentarily, as we do have 2 horses on the track. We'll still need a couple more, and then we will give you a post parade. We've got 1 driver change in here so far that is announced. The 2-horse Hurricane Hadley, make the driver Christian Myers. Christian Myers will drive the 2-horse Hurricane Hadley in race number 2. Everyone else will go as programmed. Current look at the tote board. Favoritism is the 1 Camden for the Hanners clan. Camden is the current betting favorite at even money. Second choice, Hurricane Hadley at 6-5. Third choice, the 4-horse Burning Spirit at 5-1. We currently have $50 in our win pool for race number 1. Good crowd over here today. Great place to see the race. It's just an ideal temperature, almost like a late summer, early fall day. Mid 70 degree temperatures, mostly sunny today. Slight breeze, but just a nice, ideal day of racing. And I think we are going to have a driver change here. It looks like the 1-horse will be driven by Brady Clemens. Austin Hanners was slated to drive, but currently I see Brady Clemens in the sulky out on the racetrack. So I'm pretty comfortable you can make that change there. Again, you can get all our programs at harnessracingohio.com, harnessracingohio.com. Before every race, about 30 minutes up, we have the programs and everything out there, so you can follow along with us with our program. We do have pari-mutuel wagering over here. I love pari-mutuel wagering at the fairs. We do have it here, and the locals really like to bet. A couple of them stopped and asked me for some info before the races. And if you are local and you're on track, please come by and see us. If you got your passports, we can stamp your passports, take care of anything like that that is needed. And if you can't make it here today, please come over tomorrow. It's a great place to be. Very easy to find. You come right off 77, get out right off the highway, and the Fairgrounds is right to the left. Super duper easy to find. We've got 10 exciting races tomorrow. We still got 6 to bring you today. Favoritism has shifted over slightly to Hurricane Hadley is now the 4-5 betting favorite. Camden second choice at 6-5. Should have a post parade here shortly for you. Got 4 of our contestants on the track, just waiting for one more horse to come on. Now we have all of them out there. We do have one horse that's out there scoring down for a later race. Caldwell does score 5 across here, so all 5 horses will be on the starting gate. Any horses additionally entered, 6, 7, or 8 would be from the second tier. But this race and the next race are both 5-horse fields, so we'll score 5 across here. I take that back. I apologize, too. I do see Austin Hanners back on the 1 horse, so Brady Clemens must have been scoring down, but Austin Hanners will be driving the 1 horse Camden. I would think that would give that horse an extra big chance here, especially if Austin made it over. And here's the post parade for race 2.
Second race, 2-year-old Philly Pacers, purse of $6,558, first division. Number 1 is Camden, owned by Hanners Racing, trained by Alicia Hanners. Austin Hanners in the bike. The 2 is Hurricane Hadley, owned by Madison Hochstetler. Stephen Harris trains. Christian Myers is in the sulky. Number 3, Rust Never Sleeps, owned by Gwen Thompson. Terry Thompson Jr. trains. Alex Hawk is in the bike. The 4 is Burning Spirit, owned by Hired Gun Racing Stable. Larrick and Racehorse Express. Brett Schwartz trains. Dylan Fagan with the drive. Now coming in front of the grandstands is the 5, Across the River, owned in partnership by Melissa and Roy Burns. Roy Burns trains and drives. Field of 5, Win Place Show.
And here's a field for race number 2. The one-horse Camden. Alicia Hanners trains for Hanners Racing. Austin Hanners over in town today to drive the one Camden here. This horse is 1 for 6 on the season in the winner's circle, but 5 of 6 on the board. 2 of 2 and 1 mark at Wilmington. That was taken 6 back on the program. This horse did race at Scioto in a non-winner 1, individually timed 55. There's some speed here, and the fact that Austin came over today tells me a lot about the one-horse Camden. Second choice at 7 of 5 with a really big shot today. 2-horse Hurricane Hadley. Stephen Harris trains for Madison Hostetler. Make the driver Christian Myers. Christian Myers will be having the lines on Hurricane Hadley. 0 for 7 on the season, but 1 second and 1 third. $6,800 in earnings. Has improved, too. That second was last time out. A nice effort at Woodsfield in a one-division race. So this one is getting a lot of tote action here. Currently is your favorite at 6 to 5. Good inside draw can only help. 3-horse Rust Never Sleeps. Terry Thompson trains for Gwen Thompson. Alex Hawk has the lines. 0 for 4 on the season. Hasn't hit the board yet. Did make a break last time out. Was making a bold move, though, when it did make that break. Alex Hawk, very good young rider. Perfect horse for this. He's been in the tow all 4 starts. And he has the lines today, and this one is 6 to 1. 4-horse Burning Spirit. Brett Schwartz trains for Hard Gun Racing. Dylan Fagan drives. 1 for 8 on the season, but 2 thirds. 2 of 7 and 1 at Lima. Last time out was 17 to 1. Upset. Currently today, 7 to 2. 5-horse Across the River. Roy Burns owns, trains, and drives. He co-owns with Melissa Burns. Source is 0 for 5 on the season. Did run 4th last time out. Prior to that, 5th. This horse has got a check in every single start, and will make that same thing happen again today, and is the longest shot on the board today, currently at 25 to 1. And there you have the field. We'll send it up for race number 2 for the call to Ken Terpinning, the voice of Caldwell.
Field of 5 at the head of the stretch. They're picking up speed. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Hurricane Hadley and Burning Spirit try for the lead. Far outside Across the River to the inside Camden. Then we come back to Rust Never Sleeps. As they motor through that first turn and through the Dust Bowl they go, it is Hurricane Hadley with the lead by a length. Burning Spirit is second. Third to Camden. Fourth to the inside is Rust Never Sleeps. And fifth on the outside is Across the River. As they motor to that quarter-mile station, Hurricane Hadley putting up the fraction so far. Second is Burning Spirit. Here comes Across the River for fourth. Now third. Now second. Heading towards the lead. 31 and 4 to that opening quarter. And Across the River swept the field and took over the lead through the turn. They come to the top of the stretch the first time. And Across the River, trying to go across the river through the woods into Grandma's house to the winner's circle. It's Across the River with the lead by 2. In second is Hurricane Hadley. In third, Burning Spirit. 6 lengths back in fourth. We come back to Rust Never Sleeps. Another 4 back in fifth to Camden. 102 flat to the half. Roy Burns and Across the River showing the way by 2. Trying to close the gap at second is Hurricane Hadley and Christian Myers. And he's getting a little closer now with this one. Back in the third, we come back to Burning Spirit. And then the 2 challengers at the back of the pack is Camden. And we come back to Rust Never Sleeps, who trails as they travel by 3/4. Across the River trying to go all the way from that, making that move and trying to get to the winner's circle here. 133 flat to 3/4. Across the River by 2. Back in second is Hurricane Hadley. Moving to the outside, Burning Spirit as they turn to the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Across the River with the lead. They're now stacked 3 wide in the stretch. Hurricane Hadley, center of the track. Burning Spirit challenging through the stretch. Across the River, Hurricane Hadley, and on the far outside, Burning Spirit and Dylan Fagan. 205 and 3, giddy up.
First race was fireworks. Second race, very similar. 205 and 3. Burning Spirit wears down across the river. Hurricane Hadley settles for third. 4-5-2 unofficial. Great race there, though. Longest shot in the board across the river, and Roy Burns made a quarter pole route, seized the racetrack, took him just about every step of the way, except to the wire, and that's where Dylan Fagan angled out Burning Spirit at the three-quarter pole, kept wearing that one down, and finally did get up at the wire. Very nice effort for Burning Spirit. 2 in a row in Ohio. 4-5-2 unofficial. And this horse is going to be at least a $10 mutual here as he went off 4-1 third choice. Should be a nice exacta and trifecta if it is covered. The one horse ended up at 4-5 favorite, so 4-1, 15-1. And we do have a 4-5 all try, $52. A 4-5 4 all exacta, $340. $10.80 on the winner. And we'll have the winner here shortly back to the winner's circle. Again with the 4-horse Burning Spirit as he enters here into the front stretch. Trainer Schwartz connections here to pick him up, and here's the winner's circle.
Shirley Hupp, presented by Donna Spicer and family, the winner of race 2, Burning Spirit. 2-year-old Bay Filly by Catch the Fire out of the Art Major mare. She's a Game Major by Hired Gun Racing Stable of Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Larrick of Lewisburg, Ohio, and Race Horse Express from Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Trained by Brett Schwartz. Driven to victory by Dylan Fagan. Burning Spirit's second win on the season, second career win, taking the mile in a new lifetime mark, 2:05 and 3.
There you have it, 2:05 and 3. New lifetime mark on the 4 Burning Spirit. 4-5-2 official, 10.80 to win on Burning Spirit. He was the favorite in the program, too. So for the locals here, they got a nice $10.80 mutual. Takes us to race number 3. We've got one program change in race number 3. The 5-horse My Next Chapter. Make the driver Drew Neal. Drew Neal will drive the 5-horse My Next Chapter. We'll tell you more about race 3 after these brief messages.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett and exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Welcome back to the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. Don Tiger, Steve Taylor for the OHHA, bringing you 7 exciting races over here. First 2 were exciting. We had 3 horses across the track in both races. Some nice photo finishes. So race 1 and 2 are in the books. Takes us to race number 3. We've got ideal temperatures over here today. Mid-70s, light breeze. Actually, kind of fall is in the air. I mean, it's you can kind of tell that we're switching off from the hot summer season into fall. Doesn't mean we won't get some nice warm days, but definitely it's a time of change for the seasons. Race number 3, we've got one change here for you. The 5-horse, My Next Chapter. Make the driver Drew Neal. Drew Neal will drive the 5-horse, My Next Chapter, in race number 3. Still got horses scoring down from our little bit of a delay. We've got a couple horses for some later races scoring down, so might be a while before we get these horses out onto the racetrack here for you. Got 7 races today, 2 in the books, 5 to go. Tomorrow we got 10 to bring you here tomorrow. Same post, we are 6 p.m. tomorrow. If you're local and you're looking to want to get out to a racetrack, they've got some very nice wagering here. We got good pari-mutuel wagering. The windows are right behind the grandstand, so nice place to be. We've got a good crowd, about 150 people here today. A lot of the local people have come out to watch the harness races, which very well supported here. We see people sitting along the rail, too, here. I don't know, Steve can probably get you a shot here of some of the people local that are even up on the rail watching races along the fence from their vehicles and stuff. Looks like 3 or 4 different sets there. Some people down along the rail there, too. So we've got some good people following the races today. It's a unique place. They used to play football here in the inside. Caldwell Redskins, they've built a new stadium right down the road here, so we no longer play football. When we first started covering these races, the infield that you see out here, that would have been your football field for Friday night lights and stuff. Again, that has changed. They don't use this anymore, but it's a cool little place to be. We don't have any things in the infield. We do got a little bit of a couple tractors and stuff like that, but they don't really park cars there, and we don't have Ferris wheel rides or anything. Most of that stuff's down behind us. The fair is up that way, so a little different venue for everyone. Be very easy to place to find. If you come out here, you can access this place from Interstate 70, take 77 south, come down about 15 miles out of Cambridge. It's very, very easy to get to, but we got wagering. Got a good wide open tote board too. Current favorite is the 4-horse Power Hill at 4-5. Money well spread around here though. Second choice is the 1-horse MJ Zielinski at 7-2. Then we've got third choices at 9-2. Blue Streak Tommy, Field Goal, and My Next Chapter. So good group here. Money well spread around. Looks like a very competitive first division of 2 for 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. Nice field. We're 8 minutes to post, it says on the tote board, so we're probably a good 10 minutes away or so. We still got to do a post parade and get some horses on the track. If you're just joining us and just tuning in, you can obviously get all of our programs because we're on YouTube. We have our YouTube channel. We have our Facebook Live, and obviously harnessracingohio.com. You can catch us there as well. Any of those places, we have the live video. Also, you can get the programs at harnessracingohio.com. Race number 1, to give you a brief recap. 1, Supreme Dance won that race. In race number 2, the 4-horse Burning Spirit won that. So that's your daily double. It was a very popular payoff, $3.60 for the daily double. Although the second race, Burning Spirit, did play $10.80 to win. So for the locals here, the morning line favorite was an overlay paying $10 to win. Takes us to race number 3. Money's still well spread around here. We're still waiting for a couple horses to get onto the track. The only driver change we have in here is the 5-horse My Next Chapter, Drew Neal. So we're just looking for a post parade here shortly, and then we'll be bringing this race to you. Wagering has shifted slightly here as the 4-horse remains the favorite, but has now went to even money, Power Hill. Second choice has been settled on with the 5-horse, My Next Chapter, Drew Neal, at 3-1. The rail horse, MJ Zielinski, 4-1. And the fourth choice is the 2 and the 3. And here's your post parade.
Third race, 3-year-old Colt and Geldings, First Division Trotters, purse of $6,303. The one is MJ's Zielinski, owned by Doyle Bross. Eric Nesselrode trains. Brady Clemens is in the bike. Number 2, Blue Streak Tommy, owned by Sean Harville. Jeremy Moore trains. Christian Myers has the assignment. 3 is Field Goal, owned by Brandy Duncan. Alicia Hanners trains, and Austin Hanners drives. 4, Power Hill, owned by Michael Sowers. Mike Sowers trains. Alex Hawk drives. Rounding out the field is the 5, My Next Chapter, owned by Powerline Racing Stable. J.H. Miller trains. Drew Neal gets the call.
Number 1, MJ Zielinski. Eric Nesselrode trains. Doyle Bross owns. Brady Clemens has the lines today. This horse is still a maiden. 0 for 17, 0 for 9 last year, 0 for 8 this year. But 11 second and third place combined finishes. 5 seconds this year, 1/3. 8 starts, $9,000 in earnings, $18,000 in a career. It's a lot of nice money for this 3-year-old Long Tom Gelding. And don't sell this one short. Second last time out, second before that, made a break. Unfortunate break at Zanesville, 3 back. Prior to that was 4th, 2nd, and 2nd. So 4 second-place finishes in the last 6 charted lines. Draws the coveted rail, 9-2. Nice overlay in here for MJ Zielinski. 2-horse Blue Streak Tommy. Jeremy Moore trains for Sean Harville. Christian Myers has the lines today. This is another maiden in the race. 0 for 18 lifetime, 0 for 16 this year, but did make $10,000 this year because this horse has ran 3rd 5 straight occasions, and prior to that was a 4th. So this horse has been very consistent, does hold his position out of the gate, and I mean with a nice inside draw, this one could be a nice factor as well to get another big check in here. That's the 2-horse Blue Streak Tommy. 3-horse Field Goal. Alicia Hanners trains. Brandy Duncan owns. Austin Hanners has the lines today. 0 for 15 on the season. 2 for 24 lifetime. $7,000 in earnings this year. $21,000 lifetime. Took a nice mark last year. 59-1 in Delaware as a 2-year-old. That's pretty nice mark. Made a break last time out. Made a break 2 back. 3 back, stayed flat, drew the 8-hole, which was a second tier at Zanesville, and still managed a nice 4th-place finish. If this one minds his manners, obviously a lot better, but has still managed to save ground and still get some nice checks, and currently 6-1 on the tote board. Here's your 4-horse Power Hill. Mike Sowers trains and owns. Alex Hawk has the lines today. This is your star of the race, as this horse is currently 8-5, actually. The wagering went away from that. But very nice value here. This horse is 6-13, first or second this year. $56,000 in career earnings. Took a mark 59-2 last year at Scioto. A winner last time out at Woodsfield, won by 6 open lengths. They don't have wagering there. Prior to that was loose on the lead at Zanesville, made an untimely break as your 4-5 favorite. But 3 back at Athens was a winner. 4 back at Piketon made a break at the start and still managed second. This one likes to be forwardly placed. I expect to see this one on the choo-choo, and the money has came back in, and this is still your current favorite, Power Hill, at even money. Rounding out the field, My Next Chapter. Drew Neal will drive. J.H. Miller trains. Powerline Racing owns this one. 2 for 10 on the season. $20,000 in earnings, and actually is your seasonal money-earning leader of the group. Took a mark of 57 earlier this season at Scioto. This one had 3 Buckeye Stallion series where it finished 4th at Scioto, 7th at Northfield, and then 2nd at Scioto, and individually timed 55-1. Last time out at Scioto was individually timed 54-4. So this one has some go, and Drew Neal's got to find his way around there from the outside slot, but currently second choice at 8-5 and deservedly so. So should be another good one. All 5 go across the gate. And with that said, we're going to send it up to Ken Turpinning for the call of race number 3.
Midway through the turn. Field of 5 trotters at the head of the stretch. The gates picking up speed. Here they come. They're off and trotting Power Hill and My Next Chapter challenge for the lead. Getting away there in third, Field Goal. Field Goal jumped it off stride, as did Blue Streak Tommy. So Field Goal and Blue Streak Tommy are off stride. Settling into third is MJ's Zelensky. As they motor up the backstretch, it's Alex Hawk and Power Hill with the lead by a length and a half. My Next Chapter in second. 2 lengths back in third to MJ Zelensky. About 8 lengths back in fourth, trying to catch the field is Field Goal. Still off stride at the back, Blue Streak Tommy. Quarter was up in a snappy 30-4. Power Hill with the lead by a length as they pass the baseball diamond. And it's Power Hill showing the way. My Next Chapter secured that pocket position in second. MJ Zelensky third as they straight up in front of the grandstands. Now catching the field is Field Goal. Pun intended, as we have a football field here on the infield. Then trying to catch him from last is Blue Streak Tommy. Half was on the board in 102 flat. Power Hill showing the way. My Next Chapter in second. In third, MJ Zelensky. Field Goal fourth. 7, 8 lengths back in last to Blue Streak Tommy, who could see them all. As they travel up the backstretch and head to 3/4, Power Hill. Alex Hawk still there. Breathing down his neck at second, Drew Neal in My Next Chapter. Third is MJ Zelensky, 3/4 in 1, 32-1, 30-1, third panel as they turn for home. My Next Chapter with the lead, or with the pocket. Power Hill with the lead. They're going to battle it out now. As tipping to the outside is My Next Chapter. Power Hill battling on from the inside. Power Hill, My Next Chapter. Power Hill, My Next Chapter with a surge. But it's going to be Power Hill to go coast to coast. My Next Chapter second. MJ Zelensky third. 202 flat.
Well, we're 3 for 3 as far as action and excitement crossing the finish line, because we had another battle there. Power Hill powered to the lead right off the car. My Next Chapter fell right in the 2-hole. Might sound interesting because that's the way they finished 4-5, but not without drama. Power Hill, Alex Hawk, expertly driven today, kept this one at bay, kept this one where he wanted the lead, wanted that pole position, that coveted front end where he could control the race. Controlled the race, but did not back the fractions down. Let this one roll a little bit. 202 over here at Caldwell. That's an honest trotting mile for 3-year-old Colton Gelding trotters. Our track record's 2 minutes, so this one went a big effort. But My Next Chapter pulled out top of the stretch, made a race of it. They ding-donged all the way to the wire, but Power Hill did just stay up by a ever so diminishing nose or head. But Power Hill 4-5. The locals had this one right as well. 4-5 unofficial. 4-5-1 unofficial right now as we wait Power Hill to come back to the winner's circle. Seen some really good racing, some horses right across the stretch looking good today. We're having some excitement for the locals. We've even added some more people here. I'd say we got about 150 people now on track watching the races. And there's your winner, Power Hill, coming into the winner's circle.
Hill, 3-year-old Bay Gelding by What the Hill out of the Yankee Glide mare Mystical Power. Owned and trained by Mike Sowers of MacArthur, Ohio. Alex Hawk, the winning driver. 4th victory on the season. 8th career win. 2nd in a row in Ohio. Taking the mile today in 202 flat. Trophy presentation in memory of Mike Crum by Crum and Richards Insurance. Power Hill returning 380, 210, 210.
And there you have race number 3 official. Power Hill pays $3.80 to win. $7 try. Exacta was a little bit better, $12.40. Always get some anomaly payouts, but that's a really nice payoff for $12.40 for that exacta for those 2 horses. Takes us to race number 4. And we have no program changes for you. We got a full field of 7. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers, 1 division for all the cash here. And both the 6 Scammer and the 7 Stapleton will start from the second tier. We'll tell you a little bit more about that race after these important messages.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Welcome back to the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. Don Tiger, Steve Taylor for the OHHA, bringing you 7 exciting races today. The first 3 were very exciting. We had horses straight across the track. Did an amazing job there, so some excitement. Takes us to race number 4. We've got 1 dash for all the cash here, as we've got 1 division for 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers, and 7 of them signed on here for a nice juicy purse of $12,215. Both the 6 Scammer and the 7 Stapleton will start from the second tier. So the first 5 on the gate, those 2 will start from the second tier. Current look at the tote board. We have our favorite, the 5-horse Bounding Delight, Rosie Weaver, Drew Neal. They're your current 7 of 5 favorites. Second choice is 7-2 Lose Boy, a winner last time out at Woodsfield. And rounding out co-third choices, the 2 Seeing Green at 4-1 and the 7 Stapleton at 4-1. Nice place to be if you're looking for a night out. Come out here to Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. Easy parking, plenty places to park, easy to find. Come right off 70, take 77 south, about 15 miles out of Cambridge, comes right off the exit, and the Fairgrounds is right here, so very easy to go. This used to be where the Caldwell Redskins used to play. We used to have football in the infield. They have now since built a new field, and they are down the road slightly. But we still got a nice venue here for horse racing. We do had some water put down on the track, so we got a little bit of bounce to the track. We have had some dust. This is a place, like I said, doesn't hold a lot of water too well when it rains. We've been washed out here a couple times in all the years I've been covering this fair, so it is a place that doesn't hold water. But today, pretty dry, but an absolutely gorgeous night here. We've got mid-70 temperatures. I've got shorts in my OHHA shirt on. I'm extremely comfortable, but I do see people in jeans now. We've even got some sweatshirts on. This is the sign that fall is starting to get here. Kids are back to school. We've got Friday night lights, high school football going on. But right now we've got action-packed harness racing for you. We still got 4 exciting races to bring your way. Tomorrow we're back here. We've got 10 races tomorrow. So, again, if you're looking for a place to come out, come on out. Come see me. We'll sign your passports. We'll get you that to get some swag at the end of the year as we're starting to wind down. We've even only got our September fair circuit, and then we finish up at Lancaster at the end of the year. So we're probably about 40 days away from everything. Still a lot of exciting meets still coming up. I've got Caldwell tomorrow here. We've got other things, Mount Gilead tomorrow morning. And we've got Canfield still coming up, Labor Day weekend, both Saturday and Monday. I'll be there for both of those. Then obviously coming up in 2-3 weeks from now, we've got Little Brown Jug Week, Sunday through Thursday, action-packed racing. We've got coverage there every single day with interviews, full card coverage, pretty much on the air all day. As Roger Houston would say, be there. Well, right now, be here. Got good wagering over here today, too. Nice public support here for the local fair. Pretty much have maybe 200 people now in the grandstands and along the outside fences and stuff. Our extraordinaire Richard Miller is here, too. He's at just about every fair we can see. So we've got a lot of locals supporting it, and a lot of our normal fans that follow along are here as well today. So great group. Most of the horses are on the track. We're still waiting for a couple more. See about 5 horses on the track. I think we're waiting for a couple more, and then we're going to be doing a post-break. We still got a horse scoring down for a later race, too, out there. I do see a score down. Nice circumference here, too. We start pretty much, I would say, I don't want to say dead middle of the track, but our finish line, you know, they start in the turn, but there's still some room to get over in the turn here. So it isn't like they start straight into the turn. Nice long stretch, fair stretch. Nice backside to go up through, too. I think this track plays very well. Our all-age track record here, again, is 157 and 2, I think. Yes. No, I'm sorry, 156 and 2, which is Hillbilly Payson Hill. That was done 2 years ago by Lucas Myers for Charlie Myers. Their stable mate, Hillbilly Fairy Tale, is in tomorrow's free-for-all pace. Maybe he'll try to give that mark a run. We've got ideal temperatures and ideal track conditions for it. That is for sure. Race 4 here, the current look at the tote board. The favoritism is still on the 5-horse Bounding Delight. Has moved up now to a 2-1 favoritism. Second choice is the 2-horse Seeing Green at 5-2. And third choice is Lose Boy from the rail, Jimmy Smith. Did hear from the Smiths after our last broadcast. They were very successful over at Woodsfield. Jimmy had a good day that day, running second with Lose Boy and was second, or won with Lose Boy and was second with his trotter. Talked to his dad, Jack Smith, and Jack said he's retiring. Like I told Jack, I don't like to hear that. Horsemen never retire. They just slow down a little bit. So I'm sure he's still going to be helping Jimmy out with his stable. Those are excellent horsemen. Based out of Western Pennsylvania. Jack's been training at the Meadows forever, and always one of those guys that had very good stock and always had to worry about their horses when you raced against them when you went to the gate. Jack's excellent horseman, and his son has followed in his footsteps and has made a major impact over here in Ohio. He's done a great job at the fair circuit. Can't say enough about Jimmy and Jack Smith. Those are great guys to watch, and he's got one of the contenders in here, Lose Boy. His horse was a maiden on the season, finally won his seasonal bow last time out, and what a good time to do it, as it was a 1 for the cash for just under 12 grand, and he gets to follow that up and draws the rail again. Very nice draw here. Again, this horse is drawn pretty good and looks to be a major factor here, as this horse was 10-12 on the board. And 5-1, some of the locals, if you're looking for a good horse to bet, that's a overlay. The 1-horse Lose Boy at 5-1 is a nice overlay. Tote board still says about 5 minutes to post. Probably correct. We do have a driver change here, too, on the 2-horse Seeing Green. Looks like we are making the driver Andre Nared. Andre Nared will be driving Seeing Green for Waterco Racing and Steve Carter. I assumed we might have had a driver change since Derek didn't meet some of the other mounts here, and I did see Andre warm this one up. So not only has Andre warmed this one up, but he has the lines today on Seeing Green. Andre's a good driver and a good horseman, so I expect this horse will be in equally as good hands as would be with Derek today. So, and that one is a good second choice at 5-2. As Ken, as our track announcer said, we're just waiting on Scammer for the racetrack, and then we'll be ready to go. The second of the 2 Steve Carter entrants here. 6 and 7 start from the second tier here. Both Scammer and Stapleton will trail. Nice group of horses, and these horses have seen each other in the past. The same group's been knocking heads for a while, so this should be another great race. We saw the first 3 races, pretty much every race, 3 of them across the track. I expect this one to be equally as exciting. Won't be long, and we'll be giving you a post parade, as Ken Terpenning has just stated. Jimmy Smith and Lose Boy are taking a turn. Looks like they're going to take another turn, and here's the post parade.
Southern Valley Colt Circuit, 3-year-old colts and geldings. The only division, this is a pace for a purse of $12,215. Trophy's going to be presented by Noble County Commissioners Brian Carter, Gary Sailing, and Alan Fraley. Number 1 is Lose Boy by T. Tahara out of Vincent, Ohio. Jimmy Smith trains and drives. Number 2, Seeing Green by Wadaker Racing. Steve Carter trains. Andre Nard in the bike. Number 3, Skydog owned by Kimberly Owens. Steve Owens trains. Christian Myers has the assignment. Number 4, Beachmaster Keen, owned by Bean, McGraw, and Sheehan. Mark Winters is the trainer. Brady Clemens, the driver. The 5, Bounding Delight, owned by Rosie Weaver and Heartland Acres. Rosie does the training. Drew Neal, the driving. The 6 will parade last. The 7 is Stapleton, owned by David Beachy, trained by Elson Miller. Josiah Miller in the bike. And now coming around the turn and in front of the grandstands is the 6, Scammer, owned by Thomas Sarasso Jr. Steve Carter trains. Carson Conrad gets the call.
And here's your field for race number 4. 1 dash for the 3-year-old Colt and Pace Cash here. $12,215, 1 division. 5 across the track, both the 6 and 7, Scammer and Stapleton will race from the second tier. 1 horse, Lose Boy. Jimmy Smith trains and drives for D. Texera of Vincent, Ohio. 1 for 12 on the season, $36,000 in career earning. Took a mark, too, last time out, 59-4 at Woodsfield. In the 1, 2, 3, all battled in that race, but Lose Boy got the best of the 3. He is your current 3rd choice at 5-1. Has a real big shot in here. Lose Boy. 2 horse, Seeing Green. Steve Carter trains for Wadaker Racing. Andre Narid, make the driver. Andre Narid jumps into sulky today. Will drive the 2 horse, Seeing Green. This horse was a game second last time out, and Lose Boy did win that race, but this is the one that won the battle but lost the war. This one wore down Skydog very well. Lose Boy just out-jumped him off his back, but that was a big effort, and this horse equally has a very big chance in today's race, all depending how the trip works out. The 2, Seeing Green. 3 horse, Skydog. Steve Owens trains for Kimberly Owens. Christian Myers has the line today. Here's the one that was cutting all the fractions last time out at Woodsfield, and those were some fractions. 28, 56, 127. Real big battle with Seeing Green. Wasn't able to sustain holding that one off, and Lose Boy got past both of them. But this one raced good. Still finished 3rd that day. This horse is 13 of 18 on the board and your seasonal leader in money earned this year. 2nd seasonal leader of the group, $25,000 earnings. Has a nice mark of 55-1 at the Meadows. And again, 7-1 today. Last week probably would have been a betting favorite, so don't sell this one too short. 4 horse, Beachmaster Keen. Mark Winters trains for Michael Bean, Jenny McGraw, and Marna Sheenan. Brady Clemens has the lines today. 2 for 15 on the season, 4 for 18 last year, 6 for 33 in the winner's circle. $34,000 in earnings. Last year as a 2-year-old took a mark 56 at Dayton. Big, powerful win 3 back at Zanesville. Unfortunately, the last 2 starts made breaks at the beginning. This is one when he minds his manners. Very good. This horse has some speed and could be good. 25-1, longest shot on the board for any of the locals here. They're looking for a long shot play. There you have it. 5-horse Bounding Delight, Rosie Weaver, current 9-5 favorite. Rosie owns and co-owns with Heartland Acres and Trains. Drew Neal, the driver, 9 of 15, first or second, $24,000 earnings, mark of 59-4 at Athens. 6-horse Scammer, Steve Carter for Tom Sarasso. Carson Conrad drives 3 for 21 on the season. Seasonal leading earner, $26,295 in earnings. And look at that mark, 52 and change at Scioto earlier this season. Rounding out the field, Stapleton, Elson Miller trains, David Beachy owns, Josiah Miller drives. Stapleton is currently 9-1. Still looking for that first win, 0 for 21 lifetime, but did finish third last time out. With that said, we're going to send this field of 7 up to Ken Turpinning for the call of race number 4.
Here they come for race 4. Far back off the start is Scammer. They're off. The inside, Seeing Green. Far outside is Bounding Delight. In between horses, Sky Dog. Then we come back to the inside in 4th to Lose Boy. Off stride in the turn with the 7, Stapleton, and is now back pacing. And it is in 6th. Back last and pulling up here momentarily at the very least is the 6 Scammer. Going to try to get this one back going at the back of the pack. As a motor past the quarter-mile station, Sky Dog takes over the lead. Back in second is Seeing Green. Quarter time, 28-2. Hello, Sky Dog. Seeing Green said, not fast enough, and let's push the pace. And Andre Nard is out there winging it, and they are going battling head for head here through the stretch for the first time. Seeing Green taking over the lead. Back to second is Sky Dog. Now here comes Bounding Delight and Drew Neal. Behind that one, Lose Boy, Beachmaster Keen. Then we come back to Stapleton and Scammer. Where is Scammer? I don't know. There he is. Half was up at 58-3 as they motor around the turn and they head to the back stretch. Seeing Green. Here on the outside is Bounding Delight and Drew Neal. Following that one is Lose Boy. Back on the inside is Sky Dog. Beachmaster Keen. Then we come back to Stapleton, and Scammer is now headed to the back stretch. And 3/4 is on the board, and 1:29 flat. Taking over the lead now, Bounding Delight and Drew Neal as they motor off that turn now and straighten up here for the drive. It's Bounding Delight with the lead. Here on the outside now is Sky Dog as they motor down the stretch. Bounding Delight, and here comes Lose Boy. Lose Boy, produced in the center of the track, going to get up for the victory. Tight on the line for a second, it's either Bounding Delight or Beachmaster Keen. Final time of the mile, 2 minutes and 1/5.
Wow. That's all I can say. Race number 4, very exciting. Boy, I got to give Jimmy Smith some props, obviously, here. He tried getting this horse out of the gate and getting him on a bit about 6-7 times in a mile, just kept grabbing into him, trying to get him up on a bit, get him going. This horse is a little bit of a sulker, I can tell. Needs to get motivated to get through his work, but when he does get his work rolling, he gets there. And as I stated on the pre-show here, nice overlay. Actually drifted up from 5-1 to 7-1. Jimmy used a pole position perfect to his liking. But let's take you through it. Sky Dog and Seeing Green, these two horses laid it down at Woodsfield. I guess they didn't have enough action there because they tried it again today. Sky Dog grabbed the racetrack early opening quarter, 28 and change. But Andre Narrett took a shot early and went after Seeing Green. Did not let that one loose. And they battled pretty much from the quarter pole on. Andre was able to seize the track, grab the racetrack. And then first over came Bounding Delight, who was really powerful first up move. But just like last week at Woodsfield for Lose Boy, Bounding Delight won the battle but lost the war as tripping off of his back. Lose Boy and Jimmy Smith, 2 single division wins now, back-to-back, 2 post draws. This horse is now 2 for 13 on the season and makes it 2 in a row in Ohio. Nice mile again today, 2 minutes and 1/5. The 5, Bounding Delight, did hang on for second. And rounding out the field, the 4, Beachmaster Keen, who salvaged a third-place finish. 1, 5, 4, and here's Lose Boy.
Race 4, 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, Lose Boy. Dee Tahara, the winning owner from Vincent, Ohio. Jimmy Smith, your winning trainer and driver. Lose Boy. 3-year-old Bay Gelding by Fear the Dragon. And at the 11 a.m. mare Voluminous, a Lose Boy's second victory on the season. 4th career win, taking the mile in a snappy 2 minutes and 1/5. Lose Boy returning 16 even, 564.40. Bounding Delight, 564.40 to show. The 1-5 exacta, $10.80. Trifecta, 1-5 all, 1-5 any number, returning $15.40. Here's how they finished race 4. Lose Boy, your race winner. Seeing Green, 5th. Skydog, 4th. Beachmaster Keen, 3rd. Bounding Delight, 2nd. Scammer, 7th. And Stapleton was 6th. Checking top down, 1-5-4, 3-2-7-6 on the bottom. 2 minutes and 1/5 for Lose Boy here in the 4th.
There you have it. Race number 4 is official. 2 minutes and 1/5. 3-year-old Colt Pacers, Lose Boy. Jimmy Smith trains and drives. Dee Tahara, the winner. This horse paid a nice mutual 15 and change to win. Very nice overlay today for a second choice on the morning line. Locals missed that one, but that one paid good. If you were on track, I hope you did have it. So we got 4 in the books. We still got 3 races to give you, 5, 6, and 7. Takes us to race number 5. We've got 5 horses signed on here. We do got a TBA on Broomsticks. If you're a Jimmy Smith fan like I am, well, you get to have him on the 2. Broomsticks, make the driver. Jimmy Smith, Jim Smith, will still get some more work in today on the 2 Broomsticks. We'll tell you about all those entrants after these important messages.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Welcome back to the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. We've got a 7-race card for you. We've got 4 in the books. Takes us to race number 5. We've had a great day of racing over here. Some very exciting finishes and some nice times and some good payoffs, too, for some of the locals. We've got a couple overlays here for you as well. Race number 5, we've got a tight field of 5. I call it an owner's race because every single owner is going to get a paycheck here. And we did have one driver change here on the 2 Broomsticks. Jimmy Smith will drive the 2 Broomsticks, so that is a program change. You can always get all your programs if you're listening to our broadcast, harnessracingohio.com. We've got programs up there if you like to look at the lines and follow along. Also a great place to be if you're not doing anything tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Come on out and join us. Easy place to find, right off 77 South, right out of South Cambridge, about 15 miles. We've got 10 races here for you tomorrow. We've got 200 people on track, so if you're looking for a little bit of pari-mutuel wagering and you're a good handicapper, come on down here. We'd love to have you. We sign passports here. We keep all that stuff going here as well for you in a nice card. Currently, we've got a 1 to 9 favorite in here. The 4-horse Viva Magenta Rosie Weaver, 1 to 9, $29 in a win pool. So that means this one's got about $20, $25 on her nose. This daughter, a long Tom, 9 starts, 3 wins, 1 second, 2/3. Shows a couple breaks on the program, though. 3 straight breaks, finished 7th, 5th, and 6th. Prior to that, when stayed flat, was a winner. So obviously this one's very talented. Rosie's done a good job with her. Just a matter of her minding her manners. If she minds her manners, she's probably going to be one of the choices in here, as the wagering public is all over her currently at 1 to 9. Track is in very good condition today. We have had some water put down on it. It's more of like what I'd call a clay base, dirt base, very soft, some nice bounce to it. Horses seem to get over it very well. Roy Burns out on the racetrack warming up one for race number 7. Should take that back. This is his horse in here. Line of sight. Roy Burns is on the track. See a couple horses still on the track, so 3 of them. We're still looking for 2 horses, and then we'll give you a post-parade. Neat circumference here. Don't have any lawn ornaments in the infield really to make note of. No cars parked out there, no Ferris wheels, nothing like that. Kind of a picturesque place. They used to play football here for the Caldwell Redskins. They have a new stadium, though, that they're paying somewhere else. We do got a late daily double that starts in race number 6 in the next race. We just need one more horse, and we'll have all 5 contestants here. If you're looking for more harness racing action tomorrow, 11 a.m. Mount Gilead. Steve will be shooting there. Steve is Superman right now. He has been double-headering it. 2 cards, a lot of miles on his car, and I even asked him if he's going to have a problem getting here tomorrow, and he said, no, sir, I will be here. I will be here on time and everything. So thank you for all you do, Steve Taylor, for the OHHA, and for all my cameramen. These guys get here hours before the races, set up, and just so you know, our broadcast is strictly a wireless broadcast. So all this video and audio that you're getting, this is over a wireless network, and we've perfected it over the years. Yes, we still have some things here or there, but we work with these county fairgrounds really don't have good Wi-Fi signals. We have a lot of metal, a lot of things that throw off signals, and our crew has able to get this signal to you and get it to you in a great manner. Susan, Ashley, Tom, everybody does everybody does a great job with our broadcast. Chris Santorini, Steve, I mean, just both Steves, they do a great job with the camera crew. I mean, just an amazing group of people we have. Matt Clark, everybody's doing a great job here getting you this live coverage of harness racing action. We're happy to bring it to you. Current look at the tote board, Viva Magenta, now 1 to 5. Some money spreading around on some other horses. Second choice is the 1 horse, My Geneva. Mike Sowers already with a win on the card. Those connections, Mike Sowers trains and drive, Alex Hawk drives. They'll look for a double up on today's card, as well as Viva Magenta, Rosie, and Drew Neal. They're looking for a double up as well. Roy Burns. And here's your post parade for race number 5.
5th race, a 2-year-old filly, 2nd division, trotter's purse of $6,700. They are on the track. The 1 is My Geneva, owned by Mike Sowers, who also does the training. Alex Hawk in the sulky. The 2 is Broomsticks, by Philip Swatzel, who does the training as well. Jimmy Smith picks up the catch drive. Number 3, What a Copy, owned by Powerline Racing Stable. J.H. Miller trains Brady Clemens in the bike. Number 4, Viva Magenta, owned by Heartland Acres, trained by Rosie Weaver. Drew Neal gets the assignment. And number 5, Line of Sight, owned by Roy and Melissa Burns. Roy Burns trains and drives. Field of 5.
Here's your field of 5. Second division of 2-year-old filly trotters. The 1-horse, My Geneva, Mike Sowers trains and owns. Alex Hawk has the lines today. This horse is still a maiden, 0 for 6, but does have 1 second and 2 third-place finishes, a little under 5,000 in earnings. Made a break 2 back and 4 back, but prior to that was 2nd, 3rd, and 3rd when stayed flat when this horse drew on the gate. One of the main contenders in here and is currently your second choice at 9-2. Looks very good on the track as well. 2-horse Broomsticks, Philip Watzel owns and trains, turns the lines over to Jimmy Smith. Jimmy did drive this horse last time out to a 2nd place finish. Horse is 0 for 3 on the career, 1 second. Again, that did come last time out. Looks very good on the racetrack today, trotting very well. Jimmy's already got a win as a driver on the card, and this one is a nice overlay, 13-1. 3-horse What a Copy, J.H. Miller trains, Powerline Racing owns. Brady Clemens has the lines. Sources 2 starts, 2 third-place finishes, 2 back, made a break. Last time out stayed flat. Looks like it's an improving horse here. This son of What the Hill, this daughter of What the Hill, probably will be able to hold inside post here and look to hit the board again. And currently don't have an update on the tote board of that one. 4-horse Viva Magenta right in front of the grandstands right now. That's your current 1-5 favorite. The last time we did see the tote board, 9 of 3 3 of 9 in the winner's circle this year. 6 of 9 on the board. $11,000 in earnings. This is your leading money winner here. 202-1. But before we just concede the race to this 1-5 favorite, breaks 1 back, 2 back, and 3 back. 4 back, stayed flat, and won by 16 lengths. So I think the key with this one is, does she mind her manners? If she does, she'll be awfully tough to beat, but we will find that out in a few minutes. And rounding out the field, Roy Burns owns, trains, and drives, and co-owns with Melissa Burns, Line of Sight. Currently your longest shot on the board at 14-1. Line of Sight's only made 1 start so far. That was in a 4-horse field, drew the 2-hole and did finish 3rd. Didn't make a mishap or anything that day at Xenia. Was a 4-1 choice that day. Got scratched at Troy last time out. The fact that this one hasn't raced since July 30th tells me probably a mishap or 2, and they got this one back on track, and will probably start to be a little more regular at the circuit. And again, co-longest shot on the board, 14-1. The Wokenberg starting gate is starting to roll. Final look at the tote odds. Viva Magenta, 2-5. Drifting up slightly. Second choice now is coming on What a Copy, the 3-horse at 5-2. And then My Geneva, a nice overlay here with Alex Hawk at 5-1. With that said, we're going to send it up to track announcer Ken Turpinning for the call of race number 5.
They're picking up speed. Here they come for the race 5. Off the gate was the 5, Line of Sight. Breaking at the start was the 4, Viva Magenta, but they're off. What a Copy. Brady Clemens crosses over and takes the lead briefly, but sliding up the pegs is My Geneva and Alex Hawk, but he turns What a Copy loose here. What a Copy takes the lead. Back in second is My Geneva. Trotting along in third is Broomsticks, about 3 lengths, almost 4 lengths back. In fourth to Viva Magenta. And after the slow beginning, Line of Sight has a line of sight on the rest of the field. As they motor past the quarter-mile station, What a Copy and Brady Clemens, 32-4 to that opening quarter. My Geneva in second. Broomsticks goes along in third. Back at fourth is Viva Magenta. We got a nice tight group of 4. And then it's the entire baseball diamond back to Line of Sight, who trails as they motor in front of the grandstands for the first time. What a copy. Brady Clemens now bracing for the challenge of Drew Neal and Viva Magenta, who goes right on by. Viva Magenta trots up a storm to take over. What a copy back to second and finds himself 3 lengths in back. 107 and 2 to the half. On the lead, Viva Magenta. Trotting along in second there. We come back to What a Copy. She is 3 lengths in back in second. Now moving to the outside from third is My Geneva. About 10 lengths back in fourth to Broomsticks. And off stride in the turn, passing Pilot is Line of Sight. As they go by 3/4, on the lead, it's Viva Magenta. 3/4 is up in 1:39 and 2. Viva Magenta with the lead. My Geneva trying to fight on. It is Viva Magenta. My Geneva in second as they turn for home. Who will it be? Viva Magenta or My Geneva? It's Viva Magenta still there. Viva Magenta. Viva Las Vegas. 2-length victory. My Geneva second. Up for third, Broomsticks. Time of the mile, 2:10 and 2.
Race 5, 2:10 and 2. We've had some exciting finishes and another one there, although that one wasn't as tight on the wire. Viva Magenta made a brief miscue at the beginning of the race, and as I had mentioned, this horse had made breaks in the last 3 starts. Made another break today, but Drew Neal did not panic. He stayed patient. He got this one back trotting, got away fourth. In front of the stands going to the half, this horse made a power move right to the lead, and that was all she wrote as Viva Magenta kept going right down the highway. Nice race by My Geneva. This horse made a power move and engaged Viva Magenta, but could not get to that winner. It was easily a 1 or 2 length defeat there. Viva Magenta, powerful effort, and actually was pretty much the betting favorite. 1-9, 1-5, drifted all the way up to 8-5. So if any of the locals were here on track, they got their money's worth. That's going to at least record a nice $5.60 wager on a horse. Very well meant today. Now 4 of 10 lifetime. Took another $3,300 down in tow here in 4-1-2. It's already official on the tote board. Still waiting for Viva Magenta to make it back to the winner's circle. And we have a double up on the card as both trainer Rosie Weaver and driver Drew Neal score in today's 5th and the 1st. They actually win both divisions of the 2-year-old filly trotters.
Viva Magenta, 2-year-old bay filly by Long Tom out of the Emil Angus mare. She's Not Red. Owned by Heartland Acres of Alhonding, Ohio. Rosie Weaver, the winning trainer. Drew Neal, the winning driver. Viva Magenta's 4th career win and 4th win on the season. Taking the mile today in 2:10 and 2. Race 5, My Geneva was 2nd. Broomsticks 3rd. What a Copy 4th. Viva Magenta, your race winner. And Line of Sight 5th. Checking top down 2, 3, 4, 1, 5 on the bottom. 2:10 and 2.
And race 5 is official. 4-1-2, 2:10 and 2. Viva Magenta, your winner. Takes us into race number 6, first half of the late daily double. In the first half, race number 6, we have no program changes. All 4 horses will go as programmed to the starting gate. Race number 7, we do have one change, 80 plus 8. Derek Walker has not been here all day today, so Brady Clemens will take over the lines. Brady Clemens will drive the 2, 80 plus 8 in race number 7. In race number 6 is 2-year-old Filly Pacer's second division for a purse of $6,558. We'll tell you more about that race after these messages.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead's sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K. Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
They're often racing in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. Catch the excitement of Ohio harness racing at one of the county fairs in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. For over 150 years, people have gathered at county fairs to cheer on their favorite racehorses. Keep the tradition alive. Visit one of the 10 fairs in the Southern Valley Colt Circuit this summer. Horses, racing, and winning. It's the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. 10 great fairs in southeastern Ohio. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to OHHA.com. That's OHHA.com.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio-sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. Don Tiger, Stephen Taylor bringing you 7 action-packed races. 5 of them we've already got in the books. Takes us to our late daily double, race number 6. And this is actually our feature race of the day, I would say, because we've got a horse here called VH Goldie. Tim Van Horn owns and trains this horse, and this horse has been nothing but stellar in her brief career. 6 of 8 lifetime in the winner's circle, 1 second-place finish. Last time out, tried the big girls up at the Buckeye Stallion Series and finished 5th that day, but from an impossible spot, they got to the half pretty cheap. David Young did a great job driving this one and finished a nice, hard-charging 5th-place finish. Look at that last quarter, 27 and change. This horse added Lasix a couple back, and I had talked to David Young about this horse, and he is absolutely in love with this gal. Says she does everything the right way, can race either way, and we have seen that as she's raced from off the pace, on the pace, finishes her miles good. But she's going to be a future star in the sport. She's already got $26,000 in earnings on her card. This is a horse that I think you're going to see as a 3-year-old really blossom, maybe becoming an aged pacer as she grows and continues to grow up. And she is probably going to be one of the heavy wagering favorites in here, but good horse for everybody, for the locals to see. And it's nice to see the future stars of tomorrow racing today at our fair tracks. Did put some water down on the track here too as well. Not sure why they didn't put it closer to the inside of the racetrack, but regardless, we do got some water on the track to cut down on the dust a little bit. Got 2 horses out, 2 horses still to come. Come by, feel free to stop by. We'll sign your passports or whatever as we go. We'll be back here tomorrow night for another Twilight card. We got a 6 p.m. post here, 10 races tomorrow, so we'll be racing right up till dark. We do have some lights here and stuff, but we should be racing until about 8:30 tomorrow as well, as fall is starting to get in the air. It's a beautiful day today. Temperatures were mid-70s when we started. We're probably in the low 70s right now. No wind, as the flagpole has the flag straight down here today, but just nice. No humidity, nice, comfortable. Just get a little bit of that crispness in the air that's starting to cool off. I'm in shorts and very comfortable, but we do have some people in some sweatshirts and long pants here today. First half of the late daily double for race number 6. So if you are listening on track and you're trying to get some insight, you can bet the daily double here in the last 2 races. Pick the winner of race number 6 and pick the race number 7. And here is your post parade for race number 6.
6th race, 2-year-old filly pace, purse of $6,558. Field of 4. The one is Pink Bubbles by Susan Offenberger, trained by Eric Nesselrode. Brady Clemens gets the call. Number 2 is VH Goldie, owned by Tim Van Horn, who does the training. David Young II is in the bike. Number 3, 2+2, by Hired Gun Racing Stable, Racehorse Express and Lyric, trained by Brett Schwartz. Dylan Fagan is in the bike. Rounding out the field is the 4, War Cry, owned by Chuck Conrad, Carson, and Carter Conrad. Steve Carter trains, Carson Conrad in the sulky.
And here's your field for race number 6, second division, 2-year-old filly Pacers. The 1-horse Pink Bubbles, Eric Nesselrode trains. Susan Offenberg owns. Brady Clemens in the sulky. This horse is 4-6, first or second. Really nice, and with a lifetime mark 59 at Piketon. And last time out, this horse one got jammed up in a very slow second quarter. They went to the second quarter 108-4, like almost a 36-second quarter there. This one had to pull. Stayed on the outside for a while, made an untimely break, but, I mean, was really well met in that race. And 2 back at Rock Springs was a winner by open lengths by 2 lengths. Prior to that, has made some breaks at the starting gate, but this horse is legit. 4 for 6, first to second. Probably, I would say, the main threat to the favorite. And this one is third choice at 5-2. 2-horse VH Goldie. Tim Van Horn owns and trains. David Young II has the lines. 6 for 8 on the season, 1 second, $26,000 in earning, a mark of 57-2 at Piketon. Just a powerful effort. This horse, again, tried the big girls at the Buckeye Stallion Series last time out at Scioto. Individually timed 55-3, 27-4. There's no such thing as a sure thing, but there is such thing as VH Goldie, and she is a very prohibitive favorite and actually an overlay, in my opinion, at 1-2. The 3-horse 2+2. Brett Schwartz trains, Hard Gun Racing owns with Racehorse Express and B Lyric of Leesburg, Ohio. Dylan Fagan has the lines. Brett Schwartz won an earlier race with Dylan Fagan. I believe it was race number 2 on Burning Spirit, I believe. Yes, and he'll look to double up in here. Burning Spirit did win race number 2. Same connections here trying to win this race. This one's your longest shot at the board at 25-1. 4, War Cry. Steve Carter trains. Charles and Carson Conrad co-own with Gardner Conrad. Carson Conrad has lines today. Talk about a nice horse in her own right. 6 of 12 in the winner's circle. 11 of 12 on the board. $35,000 in earnings. Obviously, your leading money winner. Winner at Lisbon, 201-2. I take that back. That's 11-2 and 1-2, way down at the bottom. That's a fair over in Kentucky, where the source made a lot of money. And we're going to head it up to the race call for race number 6. Buckle up with Ken Turpinning.
Stretch, the gates picking up speed for race 6. 2-year-old filly Pacers, second division. Here they come. Recall, recall, recall. Lights are on here. Recall. Reason for the recall here, there was interference behind the starting gate between number 3 and number 4. So we'll get a redo here and get them all lined up once again. We'll be ready for start momentarily. Okay, field of 4, trying it again. They're midway through the turn. Gates picking up speed. Here they come. And they're off. VH Goldie tries for the early lead. From the inside, Pink Bubbles. To the outside is 2+2. Getting away fourth is Warcry. They motor in post position order now through the first turn. Pink Bubbles with the lead. VH Goldie secures the pocket ride second. 3 lengths back in third to 2+2, and another 2.5 back to Warcry. They straighten up to the backstretch and motor to that quarter-mile station. Pink Bubbles with the lead by a length and a half over VH Goldie. Order is on the board in 30-2. Pink Bubbles, VH Goldie, 2+2 closing the gap up in third. Warcry also closing up the gap from fourth. We now have a tight quartet of pacers as they come off the turn and head to the stretch for the first time. Brady Clemens and Pink Bubbles showing the way. Popping out of the pocket, here comes VH Goldie and David Young with the surprise move as they go to the half, and VH Goldie takes over. Back to second is Pink Bubbles, 101-4 to the half. Third on the outside now, Warcry. Fourth to the inside, 2+2. As they motor off that turn now and head to the backstretch the final time, it is VH Goldie on top by 2 and opening it up. Back to second is Pink Bubbles. Third on the outside, Warcry. Fourth to the inside, there is 2+2. Past 3/4, VH Goldie has that lead by 2. Pink Bubbles on the inside, second, 132 and 1 3/4. Parked on the outside, third is Warcry. Then we come back to 2+2 trails. They straighten up off the turn, and they come down the stretch. On the lead, it's VH Goldie. David Young the second, opening up with every stride here. VH Goldie under wraps. Too little, too late. Pink Bubbles second, third Warcry, fourth to 2+2. Final time 2:01 and 3.
Future star in the making. Can't say enough about this horse, VH Goldie. And for anybody that bet the 2-horse today at 3-5, they were stealing money because this filly is just much better than the Southern Valley Colt Circuit fillies right now. And Dave made 3 moves with this horse today. Actually, for the we had a recall there, and in the recall, this horse did not be too happy. He really had to. She was shaking her head and everything. She wanted to roll out of that gate today too. And on the recall. She wasn't as much on the bit, probably on purpose by David. But anyway, Pink Bubbles seized the racetrack. Brady Clemens did a great job. Like I said in the pre-show, this horse has been very good in her own right there for sure. She was 4-6 on the board, and she now will make it 5-7 on the board, Pink Bubbles. But she did everything she could to keep VH Goldie out. But for David Young to make a move in front of the grandstands at the half to take the lead and basically put this field to sleep, which she did. She was wrapped up at the wire. The one did come back on. You give a lot of credit for her. Rounding out the field, the 4-horse War Cry came in with some really nice lines, but ran into a Bearcat today in VH Goldie and was third best. So 2-1-4 unofficial. It will be official. Actually, it is official now. 320 to win on VH Goldie and David Young. $18 trifecta there, 2-1-4. Exacta, nice $8 exacta as well, as I really believe there's only 2 combinations that are played, 2-1, 2-4, and that returns $8 to the loyal backers here. No doubt about the winner, though. VH Goldie, Tim Van Horn has himself a really nice filly, and I'm very happy for David Young, continuing to show that he's got driving prowess. He's a great trainer. He went out on his own this year, and he picked the perfect time to do it. As he's having some nice success, and I'm very proud of him. And there's your winner, VH Goldie.
Of her young career, VH Goldie in 201-3 here this afternoon. Fans in race 7, the driver of number 2 will be Brady Clemens. Brady Clemens drives the 2. Once again, Horsemen on the backstretch. Get your horses to the track for race 7. Horses to the track for race 7.
There you have it. Race number 6 in the books. VH Goldie, 320, 210, 210 on the 1. 214 official race number 6. Takes us to race number 7, our getaway feature. We've got 5 horses signed on here. It's an owner's race, as all 5 horses will get a check. Got 1 driver change, 80 plus 8. Make the driver Brady Clemens. Brady Clemens will drive the 2-horse, 80 plus 8. We'll tell you more about that race after these brief messages.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2025 sales. The total bonus will be 1/2 the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Welcome back to the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. Don Tiger and Steve Taylor bringing you 7 races. We had 7 in the books here, and we've seen some exciting finishes, some future stars in the sport. And we're finishing up in race number 7, and we've got another superstar in here, the 3-horse Mr. Squeeze, 1-9 current favorite. He's the track record holder at Zanesville. He's on a 3-race winning streak and has looked good doing it in every single start. Second half of the late double or getaway feature race here. We got 5 horses signed on, about 8 or 10 minutes to post here. We've had a great day of racing over here today. Great weather, some good photo finishes as dusk starts to set here in Caldwell, Ohio. It means tomorrow we've got 10 signed on. We're probably going to be racing under the lights, which they do have lights here, so we can get the cards in if we do get into darkness tomorrow. Mr. Taylor won't like to hear that because that'll get him home even later. He's a bird far away from his nest right now, but we will do our best to finish up tomorrow. He is a doubleheader, a cameraman doubleheader tomorrow. Mount Gilead in the afternoon and then goes all the way across the state to the southeastern part to Caldwell, Ohio. So we appreciate and applaud his efforts. But we will, both me and him will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure if I have a sidekick tomorrow or not. That'll be determined. But at the very least, yours truly will be back with you tomorrow for a nice 10 race card tomorrow night. Ideal weather today. The forecast looks exactly the same tomorrow. Just very nice temperatures. We're starting to get this late summer, fall weather where it's nice. If you're looking to come out and spend a night out for the evening, what better to do than a Tuesday night to come to Caldwell, Ohio and see us. We've got our passports here to sign. We'll do anything that we need to do as far as that goes. And we've got some great wagering here. The fact that VH Goldie paid $3.20 to win. Any locals that bet $2 to win would have got $3.20 back. Just an amazing payoff for a very talented animal. We'll see what Mr. Squeeze ends up going off. He looks equally as talented in his division, as this is the second division of 3-year-old colt trotters, and he's still 1-9. So maybe some people are rolling over their VH Goldie money into Mr. Squeeze. Only got one driver change in here. The 2-horse 80+8 make the driver Brady Clemens. Brady Clemens will drive the 2-horse 80+8. Second choice in the wagering is the 4-horse Sodbuster. Pretty nice horse in his own right as well. This horse had went the Overland route last time out and finished 5th, but prior to that was 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, past 3. Very nice horse and a well-met second choice here currently at 9-2. Nice to see Austin Hanners make it over here today too. He's driving a good friend of his, Devin Miller's horse here in this race, Bob's Dream. 0 for 17 on the season, 0 for 17 in his career, I should say, but does have 3 third-place finishes. Be bringing you a post braid shortly, and then we'll give you a rundown on these horses. Full slate tomorrow. I don't know exactly where we're at, but Richard Miller, I've mentioned him a couple times on our broadcast. He is the local fair extraordinaire. He told me and Steven between races today, he's been at 42 fairs for 62 sessions, and he plans on catching 3 sessions tomorrow. Lives in Attica, so he's going to be somewhere close to Richwood and somewhere else tomorrow too. But he loves, he said his goal was to get to 50 fairs, and he said it's a piece of cake. He will have it done. And here is your post parade for the getaway feature.
7th race, 3-year-old colt and gelding, 2nd division trotters, purse of $6,303. Number 1 is Bob's Dream, owned and trained by Devin Miller, Austin Hanners in the sulky. Number 2 is 80 plus 80. Owned and trained by David Miller. Brady Clemens gets the call. The 3 is Mr. Squeeze, owned by Part-Time Stable. Steve Carter trains. Carson Conrad in the bike. Number 4 is Sodbuster, owned by Jacob Miller. He does the training. Alex Hawk the driving. And number 5, Ryan the Lion, owned by Mike Lickert. Jimmy Smith trains and drives. Field of 5. Going to go right to the post here for race 7. Get
Here we go. The getaway feature, race number 7, 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotter, second division, going for 63.03. The 1, Bob's Dream, Devin Miller trains and owns. Austin Hanners has the lines today. This horse has made a skip in the last 5 starts on the program. Way at the bottom, we've got a third place effort at Wellston. Drew the 2-hole, got away second, went the overland route. Still hung on for a game third in that 4-horse field. Only got beat by a length and a half. This horse obviously has some talent, just has to mind his manners. He's 11-1 and draws the rail with Austin Hanners, who's a very capable driver. 2-horse, 80 plus 8. David H. Miller owns and trains. Brady Clemens has the lines today. 1 for 16 on the season, 1 for 10 last year, $226 lifetime, $25,000 in earnings. Took a mark as a 2-year-old at Woodsfield, 203 and 4. Nice game, third place effort last time out at Woodsfield. Draws the inside post. This one has had some gate speed too in the past that I've seen. Could be forwardly placed and is a nice 9-1 on the tote board. 3-horse Mr. Squeeze, 3 in a row, and they all look perfect. 6 of 17 this season, 7 of 26 lifetime, $57,000 in earnings, a mark of 56 and 1 at Scioto earlier in the meet. This is a legitimate animal here. Again, the Zanesville track record holder, and currently 1-5, was 1-9, drifting up, but again, worth every single penny there. 4-horse Sodbuster. J.H. Miller trains and owns. Alex Hawk has the lines. Sources 1 for 13 on the season, but does have 5 second and third place finishes, so 6 of 13 on the board. Nice mark, 2 of 1 and 3 at Piketon. Last time out, like I said, went the overland route, made a break late, didn't function there. 2 back, made a break. When this one's flat, pretty serious animal. 3rd, 3 back at Jefferson, and 2nd, 4 back at Athens. And prior to that was a winner at Piketon. So probably a solid second choice here, and 3-1 in your betting choice right now. 5-horse, rounding out the field, Ryan the Lion. Only 1 win this season, but much like Lou's Boy, had that 2 back at Rock Springs. He's a lot of underneath finishes, 7 seconds, 1/3, 9 of 12 on the board. Game second last time out to Mr. Squeeze. Does get the reversal of post positions here. We'll have to go the overland route, but is a nice overlay at 11-1, and easily could be 2nd or 3rd here. Quick look at the tote board. Mr. Squeeze continues to drift up in price. He is now 2-5 in the wagering after opening at 1-9. So he will yield at least $2.80 if that continues to stay, if all the wagering dollars are in. This race could be a little tricky, though. We are under dusk and we're under lights. These are trotters. Sometimes they can see a shadow or two, something like that, that might come onto the track now. So not sure about how all that could shake out. We'll find out here in a couple minutes. We appreciate you riding along with us today. It's been fun bringing you these races. 7 today we had, and then tomorrow we've got 10. So we'd love to see you back out here either on track or on our broadcast, as we'll bring you 10 races tomorrow. Post time, 6 p.m. tomorrow. Looks like we might be looking for an equipment change or something. We've got, what's that? Oh, we lost the ambulance. Okay, so we might have a brief delay here. So then they want even Mr. Taylor to get home later, because we are sitting here waiting on the last race, and we're waiting on our ambulance that might have got called off. So the horses are actually off the track too. So that cuts us out where we could have a couple-minute delay, or this could be a lot longer delay. It could be 5, 10, 15 minutes. Unsure of that, because you don't have horses on the track. You never know. I do see some police over there too, so I'm not sure where the ambulance went to. But we'll find that out as soon as we can and try to get these horses lined up and ready to go. Still got a decent crowd. We've lost some of our folks here today, but I would say we still got a good 75 people left over. Well-supported fair here. This place is a lot of fun to come to, and local people are extremely nice. Well, this might infiltrate myself getting to Lori's, which was across the street. I was told to go get some grub there before, but they close at 9. It's 8:15. I don't know if it's good to be rolling into a place at 8:30 that closes at 9. They kind of get mad at you when you go in a restaurant like a couple minutes, a half hour before they close. So they want to start breaking everything down and getting things ready. So it might be Golden Arches. It might be something in Cambridge. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how all that shakes out. But, yeah, that doesn't make me too happy, Mr. Taylor. And I can't really complain to you because you have, what, 2.5-hour drive home? 2. Okay. So you got 2-hour drive home. Okay. We still that's still a long way to go, especially when you know you got to get rolling early in the morning because you got to get rolling about 8 in the morning, right? How far is Mount Gilead for you? Okay. And you got to get set up, make sure everything's good. So, yeah, you got one of them quick turnarounds by the time you get home and get settled in. It's 11, 12 o'clock and get to unwind for a few minutes and start all over again, right? The fun of summer Ohio Harness Fair action. You got to love it, man. This is always my favorite time of the year because everything's starting. We've got college football now. In fact, our photo finish young lady, she's a big WVU fan. So we always get to talk a little Penn State WVU Pitt. We've got high school football in full swing now. We've got our harness racing year-end stuff coming up. A lot of excitement in August, September, and October. We've got sire stakes finals, fair finals. All these horses continue to gather points for races at Northfield and Scioto coming up. We've got some big races on tap in the next few weeks. Exciting stuff, a lot of fun. So I'm a little nervous that they might cancel this race because if you don't have the ambulance here by a certain period of time, in fact, these horses are off the track, we can't postpone this infinitesimally. We already had a delay earlier today with a unfortunate accident after race number 1, and now we've got our ambulance missing for race number 7. Don't know the full slate again tomorrow, but I know we've got a bunch of races. I think we have at least 4 races on tomorrow's, or 4 meets tomorrow on tap here. Steve's going to look these up for us. Okay. That's what it is. Van Wert, Richmond, we've got here, and Mount Gilead. So we've got a lot of things going on here. No update on the tote board. It's still 2-5 on the 3-horse here. I think the locals have made their bets. Everybody's just waiting for the race, but I'm not so sure we're going to get this one in. Guess we'll see how this all shakes out. Do we got any questions or anything that's out on Facebook or anything that we've saw? Anyone making some comments? Anyone checking in from anywhere? Sometimes we get some cool check-ins from overseas. No, Roger Houston with his little fanfare over in Ireland. Sometimes I see some people checking in from there, Florida, all over places. Delaware, Florida, Indiana, Michigan, bunch of places to the Carolinas. Tells you how our product has really evolved. We've got people from all over, basically the U.S. watching it and abroad. We appreciate you guys following along today on all of our broadcasts. I know we had a bunch of rain here earlier in the year, but I'll tell you what, overall, we've had a nice, successful fair circuit. You know, we've gotten these races in. We've had very good weather. Like I said, there's actually a little chill in the air, which you can feel that fall is here, and it's very near. I think what we'll do, since our ambulance is missing, we're going to pick back up where we had our little newsletter that we were showing you. So we'll come back on when we're about 5 minutes to post, but we'll give you a chance to pick up and catch up a little bit on Ohio harness racing. And we'll be back shortly to bring you the 7th race.
This is Ohio Harness Update, a look at harness racing across the Buckeye State. Ohio Harness Update is brought to you by Matt Franklin, Wealth Advisor at Wire to Wire Wealth.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the latest edition of Ohio Harness Update. I'm Ashley Daly. We just celebrated the first day of summer last Friday, and you know what that means. Summer is stake season. In this episode of Ohio Harness Update, we're going to take a look at the OSS, BSS, and fair racing action. Also, we'll take a step back and see what OHHA Outreach has been up to. But first, let's start with some Grand Circuit action.
Northfield Park staple Ronnie Wren Jr. drove Blueprint to win the 42nd $1 million Pepsi North America Cup at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The Ron Burke trainee posted the fastest 3/4 in Cup history at 1:19.1 and edged 53-1 long shot Madden Oaks by a head in a thrilling finish, winning in a stakes and track record 147-1.
The inside, and Blueprint trying to fend him off. A couple of Cup rookies battling it out right down to the wire. Inside is Madden Oaks. Blueprint comes back to win it. It's Blueprint.
Grand Circuit action continued with a $200,000 Battle of Lake Erie at MGM Northfield Park. Brett Miller drove Ken Hanover to victory in a dual world and track record 148-3 for trainer Roland Maller.
Popping out of the pocket, and the local hero dunking up the inside, but it's Ken Hanover and Brett Miller for a 4th victory in the battle.
The victory marked Miller's 4th career battle win, tying him with Matt Haley for most all time.
All right, here in a ecstatic winner's circle, joined by trainer Roland Maller and driver Brett Miller. Roland, it's the first horse you've ever started at Northfield. I'd say maybe we should send a few more.
Yeah, we'll try to come back maybe next year.
Absolutely. Now, Roland, this horse, very good 3-year-old, won a heat of the jug. Last year at 4, didn't race, but maybe a dozen times. Obviously had some physical problems. Boy, he's come back here at 5, raging.
Yeah, he's come back really good, and knock on wood, hopefully the issues he had last year are behind him, and we can continue on.
And, you've kind of stayed in the overnight classes till tonight. This horse looks like he's ready for top open company, obviously.
I believe he is. That's a really good bunch of horses that were in there tonight, and you got to be on your game to get on the gravy.
By far the fastest mile we've had since the track was redone. Brett Miller with his 4th Battle of Lake Erie win. I believe that ties with Haley as the top. Brett, just a great performance by this horse.
Yeah. I talked to my cousin David before the race, and talked to Roland before the race, and just talking to those two guys, they give me a lot of confidence. And when we got away in the 2-hole, I was feeling pretty good.
Getting David off of there is like taking the donut off the bat, isn't it?
We won't want to say too much. He's win about 10,000 more races than me.
So which Miller do you go with next start?
We'll flip a coin, I guess.
I go Del S. Del S for the next start. Hey, congratulations to the connections. Ken Hanover, 148-3 track record in tonight's Battle of Lake Erie.
The 5-year-old son of Captain Treacherous has 16 wins and over $800,000 in career earnings. That same night, Do It Like Bobby won the $75,000 Buckeye Distaff by nearly 6 lengths with driver Dan Noble.
No fooling April's off the rail, but as they turn for home, this is a powerhouse performance. A dazzler from Do It Like Bobby. Much the best, she wins by 6 in the end.
Do It Like Bobby is trained by Christy Noble. The 6-year-old mare by Down by the Seaside boasts 28 lifetime wins with over $515,000 in earnings. The action continued at Northfield Park with the second leg of the Ohio Sire Stakes for sophomores. 6 horses remained undefeated throughout 2 legs. Virgil Morgan Jr. trainees Odds On Chesapeake and Odds On Hialeah are both 2 for 2 in the division for 3-year-old filly pacers. Dan Noble drove Odds On Chesapeake to victory in leg 2. The winning time of 150 was just 2/5 off both world and track records for 3-year-old filly pacers.
Skywalker C was valiant, but she's second to Odds On Chesapeake, who's 3 for 3.
Odds On Hialeah won her division with Brett Miller in the sulky.
Odds On Hialeah off the turn, clear by 2. Rose Run Amy is chasing valiantly, but Odds On Hialeah, the champ, is perfect again.
Miller also drove Morgan Jr. trainee Aunt Laura to her second OSS win of the season in the division for sophomore filly trotters.
And Aunt Laura turns with the lead. Dream Something on the outside is all out trying to close. Rose Run Allison up the inside could be a late threat, but Aunt Laura is a wire-to-wire winner. Aunt Laura wins.
Chris Page guided Ron Burke stablemates Rick Wink and Fear the Hate to their second OSS victories in the sophomore Cole Pacer division. Rick Wink won by 2 lengths in 150.
Rick Wink off the turn in a hand drive. Extra suds down at the inside is second best to Rick Wink in front.
Fear the Hate posted a 1-length victory in 152-1, marking his 5th win in 5 starts this season.
Down by the water, and Unique Catch who tips off the rail to commence his bid. Fear the Hate slips away, and Fear the Hate is 5-4-5.
Battle Hill is unbeaten in the OSS among 3-year-old colt trotters. Leaving from the far outside, he secured a 2-length win with Chris Limbs in the sulky for trainer Matthew Burkholder.
Battle Hill, clear by 2.5. Jet Wings all out giving futile chase now. It's Battle Hill and Chris Limbs. They go back-to-back. They're 2 for 2 in the Sire Stakes.
Jailhouse Pearl and LT Loverboy also posted wins in the second leg. The party continued at Northfield Park as they hosted sophomore colt pacers and trotters when they kicked off the second leg of the Buckeye Stallion Series. In an extremely tight finish, Go Jim Dandy and Seaside Star were declared winners in a dead heat in their division of colt pacers.
Go Jim Dandy is finishing with a flurry down the center. Here comes Go Jim Dandy trying to reach House of Bricks, and up the inside Seaside Star. Here's the wire photo.
Driver Dan Noble won 3 of the 5 divisions for colt trotters. One of those victories was a photo finish as Along Came Tom held off Tiny Tom to win by a head.
Tiny Tom trying to reach Along Came Tom. Down to the wire. Photo. Along Came Tom holds off Tiny Tom.
Noble also won with Smoke One For Me and Full Moon How. Heading south, Eldorado Scioto Downs was the place to be for some milestone moments in June. On June 11th, Nate Alexander scored his first training win with House That Santa Built.
House That Santa Built cruising along trying to get there. I'm a Chick Magnet digging late. House That Santa Built hangs on to win it.
On June 13th, Prince of Honor with Chris Page became the fastest trotter in the history of Scioto, winning in a photo finish in 1:50-2.
Prince of Honor trying to get to her there, stride for stride, driving for the wire. Refined Prince of Honor on the outside. Refined won't give in. Prince of Honor in the final stride.
3 races later, Rose Run Amy with Dan Noble tied the track record for 3-year-old filly pacers, winning in 1:49-4.
Judge me again. They're into the stretch, and Danny says go with Rose Run Amy, and she is gone. Rose Run Amy drawing clear to win the $30,000 final of the Steve McCoy.
The Ohio County Fair racing season kicked off at the Paulding County Fair on June 9th and 10th. The first race of the year was won by Juliet Capulet. A flash flood impacted 2 barns at the Pickaway County Fairgrounds. The water was several feet deep in the stalls, and horsemen lost hay, grain, and equipment. Thanks to cooperation between the OHHA, Horsemen, and the Fair Board, racing at the Pickaway County Fair went on as scheduled. The 2-day meet was highlighted by Burnout's win in the $10,000 Steamin' Demon when he equaled the pacing track record of 1:57 with Austin Hanners in the sulky.
Burnout to take the Steamin' Demon.
As fair racing continues, we hope to see you out at the track. Grab your Ohio County Fair passport from the OHHA broadcast team at any county fair to collect stickers for every race card you attend. For a complete fair schedule, visit harnessracingohio.com. If you can't catch the action in person, be sure to check out OHHA's live stream coverage on our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as Harness Racing Ohio. When we return, we'll take a look at what the OHHA team has been doing to support harness racing in the Buckeye State.
With over 30 years of experience in wealth planning and a lifetime of involvement in harness racing, Matt Franklin at Wire to Wire Wealth can help you build a financial plan that addresses the unique circumstances of those involved in the horse racing industry. Whether you are investing to build wealth, protect your family, or preserve your assets, Matt at Wire to Wire Wealth will work with you through the wealth planning process from start to finish.
After a successful event at Scioto Downs, the OHHA hosted its second Caretaker Appreciation Night at Northfield Park. Caretakers were treated to free food and swag as a token of appreciation for their hard work. The OHHA outreach team also hosted a day of the Ohio Farm Bureau's Explore Ag Camp to give high school age students a behind-the-scenes look at harness racing.
So today is one of the full-on sponsors day by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. They are generous enough to partner with us during our Explore Ag program, where we get to see the entire world of the harness horsemen's racing realm. Many folks in Ohio are not familiar with this industry and how popular it is across the state of Ohio, so they give us a chance to see from start to finish what this looks like, whether it's working with the riders, the drivers, the groomers, all the way up to getting to see one of the races in action later this evening.
The activities began at Winter Circle Training Center, where students met with trainers and grooms while getting hands-on experience in horse care and learning more about the harness racing industry.
So I want to be a veterinarian, specifically large animal, and if I had to specialize, I would be an equine ophthalmologist. So this is right up my alley because there's horses everywhere. I'm really excited because I love horses and I'm learning how to drive right now actually. And so I'm just really excited to see what careers there are available and any other new technologies.
Trainers were happy to take time out of their busy schedules to share their knowledge, saying that youth involvement is key to continued growth of the sport.
I think that one of the things that we lack is educating the public and those in the younger generation to enter our business. I think that we've evolved to a point where we have the most highly developed athletes. So the conditioning in these athletes is impeccable. We build them for durability. The nutrition is impeccable. We check blood 2 times a month. Our athletes, our equine athletes, are some of the finest in the world. And I think that when that message gets out there and counteracts the message you hear from groups that are less attractive to our industry, right? It gives kids a good opportunity to decide what they want to do for themselves. So in my opinion, anytime we can get the younger generation in here and educate them on what it is that we do, it proliferates our industry. It allows our industry to continue to move forward. We need fresh blood all the time.
The students next visited Midland Acres to learn about the breeding aspect before being treated to a night of racing at Scioto Downs. The Explore Ag students weren't the only ones to visit Winter Circle Training Center in June. Ohio House Representative Brian Stewart also recently toured the facility. He met with OHHA President Scott Mogan and Executive Director Frank Braz to learn more about harness racing and its impact on the state's agricultural economy. Stewart's visit to the training center came after Frost testified in front of the Ohio House Finance Committee regarding iGaming. The Senate has decided not to include legalized iGaming in its proposed upcoming budget, saying it needs more time to consider the implications. Lastly, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association sends its condolences to the family and friends of those we have lost.
This has been Ohio Harness Update. Thanks for joining us. If you're interested in becoming an Ohio Harness Horsemen's member, check out OHHA.com or call the office at 614-221-3650. Until next time.
This has been Ohio Harness Update. Ohio Harness Update is brought to you by Matt Franklin, Wealth Advisor at Wire to Wire Wealth. This has been a production of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Welcome back to the Noble County Fair in Caldwell, Ohio. We apologize, but we're still under an ambulance delay. We do appreciate you hanging in there with us, and we were able to provide you our newsletter as a run feed there for you guys to catch up on everything happening in Ohio harness racing. But I was informed as we went off the air that we did have a medical situation, someone with a potential broken foot. The ambulance did have to take them to the local hospital. And as not just with fair racing, but at all of our pari-mutuel tracks as well, if we do not have an ambulance, I even believe it's sporting events like high school football and everything, if you don't have the ambulance on staff, the sporting event cannot go, and that's where we're at right now. We are in a ambulance delay, and ironically, a couple years ago, we had a delay as well with the ambulance here, and I believe it was a good 40-minute round trip. So the fact is, I believe we're about 25 minutes in here from when we started to come off the air. So I believe that we're probably still a good 20 minutes away. Myself and Steve are going to stay here with you. However, we're going to just put up the still photo of the tote board. And never mind. We will stay here with you because, as track announcer Kent Terpenning just called, the ambulance is here. So, good news. We're going to be able to bring you this getaway feature, race number 7, as the ambulance is pulling in right now at the upper part of the stretch. So we'll get these horses on the track. We'll do a quick score down. We'll let you know who everybody is in here. And we still have some faithful here. We probably about 30 to 40 people that stayed around for the getaway feature. And they're starting to file back in the grandstand a little bit here, too. So we're going to bring you this last race, and you're going to get to see the full card last race. Current betting favorite who has drifted up. He was 1-9, then he was 1-5, then he was 2-5. Now he is 4-5. Mr. Squeeze, your betting favorite at 4-5. And as soon as we get the horses back on the track, I'm sure they'll take a quick score, and we'll be going to the gate. We are under darkness here, as you can see in your video, that we do have lights here. So thankfully we have a lighted racetrack all the way around. But we are officially in darkness here. So Wokenberg starting gates back out on the racetrack too. We do have the tractor dragging the far outside of the track, so that's going to come to an end here too. And we're going to see our 4 contestants come back out on the track and give it a go for the last race. If you're just joining us, we had a great day today. A lot of good racing, a lot of solid fields, a lot of exciting finishes. That can only mean a precursor for tomorrow, as we have 10 exciting races tomorrow. Myself and Steve will be back tomorrow for tomorrow's action. As the Wokenberg starting gate comes by, I love the slogan, "We start the excitement." So the starting gate certainly almost like the center of a football game. Everyone knows, no one realizes how important the center is in football. He never gets his name called or anything like that, but if he doesn't hike the ball to the quarterback, the play never begins. If that starting gate isn't here, we don't have a race. So amazing job to the Wokenberg family for everything they do. Those guys do just a phenomenal job. Mike, his sons, everybody, and we're very blessed in the harness racing world to have them. Ryan the Lion is on the racetrack. Jimmy Smith starting to score him down. We still need to see 4 more horses, and then we'll give this a go and let Ken Terpenning call the getaway feature here. I'm very disappointed, though, as I was going to Lori's to eat, and Lori's closes at 9, and it's 8:41. So I cannot be attending some food, so I can't have a fair report here. This is one of the few fairs we really don't have a lot of eating options. There might be further up on the hill, but down by the racetrack, we don't have any rides or anything going on down here, so there's not as much happening. There is a little food stand behind the racetrack with just typical hamburgers and hot dogs. Looks like for whoever was plucking wagering money down, that has ceased, as we still have $67 in the win pool, and I haven't seen any changes. So it looks like anyone who was making a bet has made a bet, and they're in. We've got 4 of our 5 contestants on the track right now. No, let's give you a brief rundown of these horses here, too. Again, Bob's Dream. Well, I think we gave you a rundown here. There's no use to redo it for all that. But Bob's Dream, the 1 horse, Devin Miller, Austin Hanners drives, and here's the post parade. We're going to post parade and then go to the gate. And here is your post parade. They're just going right to the gate? Okay. All right. Very good. Well, looks like we're just going to go to the gate here since we already did. Ryan the Lion making a very favorable impression on the racetrack today. Tugging his head bowed. Looks very good. Nice clean gated trotter. Nice gait to him. Scoring down very nice too. A nice 3-1. Third choice into wagering. Mr. Squeeze still your favorite at 4-5. Sodbuster second choice at 5-2. Bob's Dream 9-1. And rounding out the field 80+8 with Brady Clemens. Brady Clemens only driver change, only change in the race from your program. And you are correct. We got our everything done. We did all the score downs and everything before. Gate's already starting to roll. That can only mean one thing. The getaway feature 7th is on its way to the starting gate. And with that said, we're going to send it up for the getaway feature finale call. Done an excellent job today. Ken Terpenning one more time for race number 7.
Starter calls the trotters to the gate. Gates in motion. From the rail out, we have Bob's Dream, 80+80, Mr. Squeeze, Sodbuster, and Ryan the Lion. Right at the head of the stretch, the gate is picking up speed, and here they come. They're off and trotting between horses. Mr. Squeeze, Ryan the Lion went off stride. Also off stride went the 4 Sodbuster. Sodbuster made a break. And then also making a break in the turn there went the 1 Bob's Dream. So 2 horses there up top. We've got number 3 on the lead. Mr. Squeeze, 80 plus 80 in second. Catching the field there in third is Sodbuster. Trying to catch the field there from fourth is Bob's Dream. And Ryan the Lion is at a walk on the backstretch. Quarter was up in 32 and 4. 32 and 4 here for Mr. Squeeze with the lead. Popping out from third, here comes Sodbuster and Alex Hawk. Sodbuster making a move towards the front. Pulling up out of the race there with broken equipment was Ryan the Lion. As they come in front of the stands here, they're battling. It's Mr. Squeeze and Sodbuster. Back at third, 80 plus 80. And fourth is Bob's Dream. 105 and 1 to the half as they motor through the third turn and head to the backstretch. On the lead, it's Mr. Squeeze still there. Being challenged on the outside by Sodbuster. Third on the inside there, we come back to 80 plus 80 and a long way back to Bob's Dream. As they pass 3 quarters, Mr. Squeeze on the inside, Sodbuster on the outside. 136 and 1 to 3 quarters. It's down to these 3. This is your trifecta as they turn for home. Some order here. It's Mr. Squeeze, Sodbuster, and 80 plus 80 down the Boulevard of Broken Dreams one final time this evening. And it's Mr. Squeeze. Carson Conrad to the winner's circle. Sodbuster second, 80 plus 80 third, and Bob's Dream was fourth. Time of the mile, 2:06 and 2.
2:06 and 2. Race number 7 finally went to the gate and finally finished. Nice overlay on Mr. Squeeze here. This horse was your morning line favorite. Opened 1 to 9, drifted all the way up to even money. Money came in on all the other horses, but Mr. Squeeze did not disappoint the faithful backers here. We'll at least get $4 to win, pair mutually on this horse, and makes it 4 in a row in Ohio. 4-horse Sodbuster actually went the overland route, made a break at the beginning, recovered from that, and put a big ring around that one. That one not only recovered, but ended up going the long mile on the outside, engaged the horse the whole way around, and ran a real game second. No doubt Carson Conrad had Mr. Squeeze rated, but 3-4, and then rounding out the field, the 2-horse 80 plus 8 used the gate speed to sit close and rallied to hold that third place finish. 2:06 and 2, 3-4-2, unofficial in the nightcap, and now official. $4, $3.40. Nice win place prices. 4-horse, $7.20 to place, $2.10 to show. Only show ticket in the race sold was on the 4-horse. Daily double was $4. Exacta, nice juicy 12.60, 3-4-2 try, 26.40. Very nice numbers all the way across the board there as we finish race number 7, 3-4-2 official.
4-3-1-2 DNF, 2:06 and 2 for Mr. Squeeze, who's a 3-year-old bay gelding by Muscles Up the Goal. Out of the Master Levesque Masters Sweetie, owned by Part-Time Stable of Napoleon, Michigan, trained by Steve Carter. Carson Conrad getting the victory here. 7th victory of the season for Mr. Squeeze, 8th career win. Taking the mile tonight in 2:06 and 2. Congratulations. Fans again,
And that wraps us up. Race number 7 official, 3-4-2. Takes care of our 7 race card here today. As a reminder, tomorrow we've got Richwood, Van Wert, Mount Gilead, and here again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. we do have Caldwell, Noble County Fair, the second day of our 2-day meet. On behalf of everybody in the OHA, my cameraman Steve Taylor, this is Don Tiger wishing you a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.